They came a little too late.
So he gave him 3 shots. After that, and then someone did, hey. So I was saying, what was going on? And then they pointed gun at the guy. So we were all quiet. And the man came for the motor, and then he drove the motor away. So immediately that we called the police people, and they said the car that they are having is on patrol, so they don't have any car available over there. We tried to stop taxis, but the taxis, as soon as they saw the gunshot and those things, they were all avoiding. So we rushed and came to his people and called them that Ahmed has been shot in his car, so they should come and see or take him to the hospital. But Ahmed died at the spot over there. So he died over there. So as they took him and they put him into the car, he was already gone.
Who helped bring him out? Were you part?
Okay, I was holding a torchlight with my brother too was holding a torchlight, and his brother, Mr. I've forgotten his name. So his brothers tried to remove him from his car and then put him into another car and take him to the hospital.
And what happened to the car?
His car, they pushed it back. Like the car was there, it was there. Like the car, we all stayed there for about 1 hour before the police people came. Before they came, and then they came for the car. They said we should take the car to their office. So that's all.
So these people that shot him, they have been sitting near his house the whole day since 5 p.m.
Yeah, they came here 3:15. I saw them 3:15.
Neighbors, relatives, and friends who could not believe the young, vibrant Ahmed was the victim of the loud gunshots that re-echoed through the vicinity in the dead of the night converged here to watch and listen. Musa Mukaz, a close pal and family friend of the late Ahmed Swale, recounts how pious he was.
Ahmed Swale was a brother, a good friend, a very caring fellow, someone who could not even hurt a fly. Swale, there is no a single day that would pass unless probably his travel, but anytime he's in Accra, he's always with us here. He comes, we pray together, we tease him, he also teases us. We live very normal, regular family and friends life. Very, very supportive. No family or a friend member would have a problem unless, Swale, in most cases, if he's not the highest contributor, but he'll be among the highest. Those who contribute to help people out of financial difficulties and all that. Very caring family fellow.
You said you pray together. Where's the mosque and how frequent is this?
Very, very. In fact, Swale can be described as a pious Muslim. Not a single day would pass, Swale is then he will even give an excuse that he can't pray or whatever. Even sometimes they tease me and him as belonging to one particular sect of Islam, and others will be teasing us. They say, oh, this Musa is going to mislead you and all that. He's my partner in prayer, my partner in faith, partner in everything.
When was the last time you prayed together?
I think that was about 3 days ago. I was with him in the mosque. We prayed together. I even led the prayer. It was only yesterday I couldn't make it, only for me to receive the bad news at dawn. That Swale is no more. He was shot twice in the chest. So it's a very sad and a bad experience for us. We've never experienced this in our lives.
For the family, Ahmed would never be forgotten. Kamil Twahiro is a cousin.
Simply, in Dagbani we call him Pabia and Dubia. He's from the mother, and like our parents are from the male and he's from the female. So we have these jokes. Okay. We have this playmate thing among us. So anytime he comes here, I say, hey, small boy, what do you bring? And then we tease him together with this, my younger brother, and there's another. So we always teach each other. Basically, they all came to Accra through me.
From where?
From Nakpali.
Okay.
That is basically where we are all coming from.
This is Tamale.
After a village after Zabzugu.
Okay.
Basically, that is where we all came from, and almost all the guys here, when they came, they were all here, young ones. They grew up together, and they were all with me. So I don't even know what to say.
Do you know any enemies of Swale who may have threatened him previously?
For now, no.
The body is still at the police hospital morgue as investigations continue. As per Islamic customs, Ahmed Swali would be laid to rest as soon as the corpse is released to the family. This sitting place behind me is where Ahmed Swali, the late, usually would spend his evening, according to friends and family members. This morning, family members have gathered, friends have gathered, but instead of having a healthy conversation as they usually would do with the late Ahmed Swali, today they are only saying, Inna lillahi wa inna ilahi raji'un. For City News, I am Umaru Sanda Amadu.
Plans. How it makes Joy FM for some of them on support NDC, how they are stupid. NDC for a community say, can Japan, me, Oma penetrating youth now, Omu Timina, Timina, youth no support to me, Ubia no support to me, NPP, they have to destroy me. Okay, they're going to find a way to kill Sir Joy from Ghana. Because when you pass out, you be real out of him. In Canada, says I was in Canada, Oma community said they're going to beat the guy, kill him. Okay. Now, they have a shake in Japan. They said, wow, what to Joy FM? Now, so support to end this year. You see how stupid you are. Because of power, will sacrifice you easily. Now me, who could come down, who say evidence in you, and what I say, we would be saying, to say, we'll be giving 40 seconds in Taylor. I mean, what he has done. Now, why is one? Omatia Guma, Omuyasa, when we are free, say, this time, technology will go. I can get all of them arrested. I see. Yeah. Every been so. Telephone number 5577205. If you may chips not talking. Now the Nipana wouldn't touch chip. Massa, don't worry. Okay. 557720507. Hey, one. Another one. 336-1369. Another one. 595695896. These are the guys who move for Edidi Matem Etretim. Oh, okay. Now, me there. Only a small fry. Woman, you say. Plans. How it makes Joy FM for some of them on support NDC, how they are stupid. NDC for a community say, can Japan, me, Oma penetrating youth now, Omu Timina, youth no support to me, Ubia no support to me, NPP, they have to destroy me. Okay, they're going to find a way to kill Sir Joy from Ghana. Because when you pass out, you be real out of him. In Canada, says I was in Canada, Oma community said they're going to beat the guy, kill him. Okay. Now, they have a shake in Japan. They said, wow, what to Joy FM? Now, so support to end this year. You see how stupid you are. Because of power, will sacrifice you easily. Now me, who could come down, who say evidence in you, and what I say, we would be saying, to say, we'll be giving 40 seconds in Taylor. I mean, what he has done. Now, why is one? Omatia Guma, Omuyasa, when we are free, say, this time, technology will go. I can get all of them arrested. I see. Yeah. Every been so. Telephone number 5577205. If you may chips not talking. Now the Nipana wouldn't touch chip. Massa, don't worry. Okay. 557720507. a 1. Another 1. 336 1369. Another 1. 59 569 5896. These are the guys that Umufre Edidi Matem Etretim. Oh, okay. Now,
security, no, it's not, doesn't bother on only events, South Africa issue. JB, whoa, no, yeah, about security. And then you can't, take a word, Nazi. Is it part of it? A whole member of parliament than them. We are going to see East Airport, East Legon Police for Kwana my good statement. Was started about names. Quickly, hey, National Headquarters, move case in Bramu transfer here. Who case? Near Skankas and National Headquarters. Whoa, they will change.
It's not automatic. I mean, your final conclusion.
Me, I'm telling you.
Who case?
My share. CCTV camera. I'm telling you this. I'm not what are you people doing? And all come address say, oh, you're not Chinese for now. I'm the Bokarata. You know, is the a person and your the enemy they know. I'm saying, what are you guys doing? Don't try to play politics in this. If the person involved is MPP or NDC, you know. Because as I but
it's a serious issue.
I'm telling you,
a serious allegation.
I swear, Almighty God, I've watched it. And people are sitting there. Uko Dibila, when they tell you the car, the owner. I'm on way.
That you cannot.
Security, no. On only events, South Africa issue. JB, whoa, you know. No, yeah, about security. And then you can't, take a word, Nazi. Is it part of it? A whole member of parliament than them. We are going to see East Airport, East Legon Police for Kwana my good statement. Was started about names. Quickly, hey, National Headquarters, move case in Bramu transfer here. Who case? Near Skankas and National Headquarters. Whoa, they will change.
It's not automatic. I mean, your final conclusion.
Me, I'm telling you.
Who case?
My share. CCTV camera. I'm telling you this. I'm not what are you people doing? And all come address say, oh, you're not Chinese for China. I'm the Bokarata. Black. Obi CCTV camera channel. Car be bar, white car. It's a friend K45 Ultima. You know, is the a person and you're popular. The enemy they know. At that time, no, but in the bar, no corner, so I can't be sure. And you have all this evidence, you are sitting there. I'm saying, what are you guys doing? Don't try to play politics in this. If the person involved is MPP or NDC, you know. Because as I but
it's a serious issue.
I'm telling you,
it's serious. Very serious.
Oh, no,
serious allegation.
And I swear, Almighty God, I've watched it. And people are sitting there. Uko Dibila, when they tell you the car, the owner. I'm on their way.
That you cannot.
Security, no. It's not, doesn't bother on only events.
Mahama girl local fire. I will try the naked picture. Kavitela, we are boa. We are boa. Mahama, the naked picture. Let it come out. What you say? And this for podium money. Mahama girl local fire. I will try the naked picture. Kavitela, we are boa. We are boa. Mahama, the naked picture. If I'm doing what I'm doing, the naked picture, if I'm CBS, naked picture, I want to know JB, because JB, and our car UTV. So I'm doing it, you know, show pictures. I bet you And the girl was going to blackmail Mahama. Now I didn't know Ejiska. Who's your information? And I small boys in Kwasiafobi, actual Kevin Taylor will expose you. What expose me, my minimum papa no. Maybe slow because I didn't crack one. Now the team I am a far. Niaomo Kabiano Omonka. But I'm pleading with the current IGP. He knows the story. The day that the guy was arrested, and so IGP should come out. Do me that favor. When you miss that favor, no. Nipa krona osuma sa boy no se onkokum JB no mumfa wom reason semra na mumfi se JB gwa na wu me bi sa buka maka we na Ghana for madwene enkoso yi
no se taxi
driver mo na mo se kwala
yes ko save
wa kwala Lebanese need ni sika be ma Ghana ni se wo fa koto bank.
Says girl beer.
Yes. Please tell that to the dogs.
Attacking the taxi.
Tell that to the dogs. Oboku for no bologa for now, but they call a you share sa Nigerian unity. Me no do if I should be tita. Me slomo. Some funa omutia Ghana headi. Some kokum sa joy from guy no me dia be shebi. And when I show how stupid some of the joy from Fuano DNDC for how stupid they are. Because of power, they will sacrifice you anytime to get their power. What do you say? And the Kevin Taylor, make America home, Messi woman. If you want to baby Kura, what's it mean? Let it come out. What do you say? NDC for podium money. Mahama girl or go fire. I will try the naked picture.
There's somebody who went out, came around 12. From what the security man is saying, the incident happened between 12 and 1:30. I think the general security situation, the understanding of personal security by everybody is important. This is not at an outlandish area. This is a place, there's Angie Hill here. Almost all these houses have security people. You understand? The understanding of personal security is what I think is important, because if you look at the back, there's a polytank close to the wall, and it was that polytank that the person managed to jump on it and jump into the other house. You understand? So I think that it's important that we all personally look at our security.
Members of Parliament have been subject to these attacks, armed robbery, etc., etc. And the matter is raised, it is dropped. Probably the time has come, because I'm not an expert, but I see this as, I don't really think. I've had the experience of people threatening me because they believe I've not been able to meet the expectations. Others have threatened me. I've taken it as just part of the podcast thing. Yes, but because of your profile, you take decisions which may adversely affect people. And they believe that you belong to a privileged group. They don't see that of judges, for instance. Yes, I've had a look around. I understand nothing was stolen. And if you look at the house, we climbed upstairs, proceeded to the bedroom. He knew where he was going. So obvious. Okay, so it's about the personal security.
All right. Good evening. Machiamo pa. Mingano ojugba ye fe ne yo. Machine gun preaching ne. Program na no ojo ne actually wrap up. The wrap up wo rapper ni bi ni Kevin Teller wio be komen ni wo kan bi komen ba ni wo ba footwo mi koni ona wo papa. Ijake ke Kevin Teller ba no ke fie la na wa keke imba jona fio koni onyowo sumo fen sumo ni Machine Gun Preacher then. All right, welcome again to Wrap Up Show. I'm just the communicator. I have people that I work with, and these people I also chose to call them underground and ghost team because my boss calls them the same, and they're everywhere in the midst of you, running around with you, watching this program with me. Thank you, underground. Nakubo Shiramo, Onyama Kasie. I am Shirapa, and Yawa, and Kenko ye easy. Nemuno, wo ena wabua, na buabua nyamano, and no kure, na the mammy semi fambra. Yamin Shirap, but won't have for why. I won't have for. Underground, me who update now the mamino. Members who members super. All right, thank you very much. My main chairman for anyone more do me. First of all, before me chairman for my number one for Kevin Taylor. Yes, my number one for Kevin Taylor. Kevin Taylor, maybe I will be an couple show. Any nyansa or any passion. I would hear you mano. Yana mehua na ama menyaje. Yes, because let me say, mesumi we jumaye. I have a job to do. Ya nuchu mo femo. Because I can't play. I have to come up to your standard. And today I also have an apology to do as well for the fans that follow me. I have an apology to put up as well. All right, so let's go on and let me greet my people. Let me greet my loved ones and let's keep on going. All right, Linda Ofosu, I see you. I see you here. How are you doing, Linda Ofosu, sweetheart? All right. Mona Lavia says, Masha Allah, Saforo, I'm so very happy for Mr. Kevin since morning. My Allah protect and bless him more. Ameen. Thank you. Mona Lavia is here. Aretha Okwe, sweetheart, how are you doing? Good evening, Saforo. Essen Kwesi Joseph was a great. Bridget Edem Klakbe or Klakbe, either one of them. Monica Kofi, how are you doing? Tina Votia. Good evening, Saforo. How are you doing today? I'm doing actually fine. I hope you're doing well as well. Ayesha Ahmed. Ma Abena Entedu, one of the names that I love so much. I love that name very much. That and Pauline Begetapia. I love that name too much. Ma Abena Entedu. Omo Keith, I see you. Ma Abena Entedu says, good evening, Saforo. Good evening. Omo Keith also Asrisa Franklin Nete, my ASP1. ASP1. Saudi Wanunyam Etamichi. So this man is too foolish and senseless. This is the kind of man a whole constituency present as MP. You can't say that enough. GB keke. Nyasa credibility. Earlier on, me who prophetic shatter our line we so or pass it by. Prophetic shatter say, "O shemia, echiao, akupo inshirao." Because when I can't, nyasa sem chile Ghana for, and I know they will learn a lot from you. All right, so Franklinette or her Stella Ruby Morty. Stella Ruby Morty. Stella Ruby Morty, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Aha. You're nim. Aha. Kwame Nikoi, the half brain man. A Kennedy a Japan. I don't think it's even half. I don't think quarter cry because Nyansa no nibi. I remember update. Mama be jabbing, and I was so happy Mama jabbed that man. Okay. So Yakoso. Franklinette said, look at a murder. Haven't you sacrificed JB? Franklinette say, your case, Yamutu. Okay, so no. Yamutu. ASB, is that a term that you use if you want to tell the how do you call it? You want to tell a suspect that as for this one, you can't run. It's all over you. It's written all over you. Let me know if that's what your case is, Yamutu. That's what you mean. Aisha Ahmed, so please, £4. Okay, Nikwe, he has poisoned. He was poisoned at Ekufado's house, so the guy was sent to go and finish the job to cover up everything. Kwame Nikwe, you may be saying something, no, because I'm thinking aloud. Why I'm thinking aloud is because we all know that JB Dankwa was stabbed. So when they were doing the review over that, why should basically a police, a pathologist say loudly that JB Dankwa was stabbed to death? What are they hiding? Is that what killed him? Or was there anything else aside the stabbing? We'll see that. What can some? I take all evidences and clues, put 1 and 1 together and 1 and 2 together. And I tell you, it may seem like it's 3, but to me in my head, it may be 4. All right. Don't forget, this is Special Agent. I won't add that. Only ASP can say that. All right. All right. My brother tell you, and also na Adole, hello, to Navoti, or say Aiko, and also Aisha Ahmed, Shahar. All right, so Abubakar, Karami, and also Jackson JB, and also Elam Take. Good morning, how are you doing? All right, Nandole says greetings. Na Lamte. Odate lamte. Wow, that's a rhyme. Na lamte. No, na lamle odate lamte. Na lamle odate lamte. That's a good one. That's a good rhyming. Kwame Ali, I say hi, good evening, and good, and G good. You are good. Okay. Kwame Nikwe, no bagawaya. Yao, nana yao preko. Good evening, my boss. All right, good evening. My boss, how are you doing? Malam Azizu and Frida Frimpong. My fair why? I hope you're doing very good. Love ever. I greet you, bro. I receive them, I take them, bro. Abdullah Elaisu, I see you. And as we are going, Abdullah Elaisu. Suzanne Evelyn Akole. So good evening, watching you live. Suzanne, I love you, Keke. At the same, I hope so. Yeah. Good. All right, so na lamle odate lamte say sikano ashe Bebu Enoch Osisaforo, I am proud of you. Live from Ketekrachi, Big Mosquito. Good. All right, thank you very much. Let's keep on. Let me give you a very short break, and then let's keep on going. Don't forget, good things are about to happen.
Hello, my name is Kevin Taylor, host of With All Due Respect and founder of Loud Silence Media. For the past several years, Loud Silence Media has thrived on the support of our viewers both home and abroad. Your dedication through views, shares, comments, and discussion on social media and Loud Silence TV has made us revolutionize news media in Ghana and enlightened our brothers and sisters both home and abroad. Now, we ask you, our cherished viewers, to take your support one step further through what we call the Loud Silence TV $1 donation. Yes, the Loud Silence TV $1 donation will help sustain Loud Silence TV's continuous production across the world. To donate from America, Europe, or Asia on PayPal, just search for @KTWADR, @KTWADR, which stands for Kevin Taylor With All Due Respect. This is our official PayPal account. The link will be shared on our social media pages and on loudsilencenews.com. For those who are wishing to donate from Ghana and the rest of Africa, a separate payment platform will be available soon. With your $1 donation, Loud Silence TV will continue to fight for the ordinary Ghanaian, expose corruption, and shine a light on the darkest corners of our communities. As we all know, we are all messengers, messengers without the Bible or Quran, messengers who are ready to speak truth to power. Let's keep Loud Silence TV alive.
Nyankopɔn ɔnhyira no nyɛ kɛseɛ adwuma wei bɛkyia wo bɛsa kyia wo biom Kevin Taylor Nyankopɔn nhyira no mpagya wo ɔno abusua nyinaa Nyankopɔn nhyira mo ai bɛkyia Nana Ɔkakaben Ando kyia wo Nyankopɔn ɔnhyira wo no mpagya wo no nhyira bɛkyia nyansafo nyinaa Kevin Taylor Ghost Team and Underground bɛkyia mo soso adwuma pa a moyɛ. I can't acknowledge you enough. God bless you as well. Nami shamo wajuma moye. All right. Nakupon shamu nyina amoba some best support. I you go so ekoso. Now let's say autopsy report missing. Now I have some questions. Like I tell you, I am an instinctive investigator myself. Okay? And you know, me bompa ye. And Miribeba, I'm telling you, all these things will be analyzed on video one day. All these things will be analyzed on video one day. Analyzed on video one day. I can promise you that. One day coming. Ninyana Baba TV so acted investigative discovery for you people to see. Because Nakupon Uchiboni no chimkwasi asem so. All right. Nakupon insuramo no mpejamo no yam kese. Aha, yakoye nim. All right, love ever. You are looking good. Thank you very much. I'm doing well. Oh, I miss you too, Saforo. All right, Frida Frimpong. Yakopo Shrao. Now dole or say autopsy missing because of the poison. Aha. All right, so Abawasi Yakubu Saforo. Too much by Abawasi Anthony. All right, so love ever. May Allah Almighty protect. Thank you. Susanna Evelyn Akole, I'm proud of the team. You have silenced some people. Good. Abawa say, I have been watching you every day. Abawa say, thank you very much and keep up and keep on sharing. And God is going to bless you. I know everybody that watch me is sensible. Susanna Evelyn Akole, I say, you people are doing well. God bless you. Now, this is my apology. And my producer has whipped me on this. And I can't be honest enough about this. I made a video concerning some people that were misbehaving, that were not using much credibility in anything. And I came and I spent a lot of time whipping them and, exposing them. But thanks be to God, I just took time to look at the comments that you people, you honorable people, sent me, wrote, and I think you are right, because if you were not, I wouldn't be. If I'm not, you were not. Okay? Ebe na mi bunu. It is a muni wa mi mini ho. Mini wa musu muni ho. And you people constitute of making me. And I have to respect everything you people tell me. I've received calls of people telling me you are too high. If we want to compare anybody to you or compare you to anybody, you're very high up there. And people said you are attending to be at the level of Kevin, my boss. I said, yes. I said, those people are a piece of toilet paper. Don't waste your time. And I read all. And my producer also did screenshots, some of the comments that you people made. And I felt so loved. You know why? Because some of you didn't like the idea. And some of you, maybe, let me say, chastised me, not in insult, but telling me that is not good enough. And I felt love because you people, your comments that you wrote encourages me. And I'll always respect your opinion. Wasting your data and time watching somebody like me. Nobody. Not because I'm smarter than you, but it's because you love me and you like what I give you, what I feed you with. And that's why you're here. Most of you are much smarter and braver than I am, but you still listen to me. That makes me proud of you. Thank you very much. And I'll take your comments very seriously. And I'll always listen to what you say because you make me. And so I'll respect everything that you say. As you criticize me very nicely, respectfully, and loving me enough to tell me how you feel about the video I did. It won't happen again. If it does, it will be just a job. Trust me, it won't happen again. All right. Thank you very much. And I love you all. Keep on sharing. We are on Loud Silence TV, the number one TV in West Africa. Number one. If you be able to like I tell her, or the say Holy Spirit, or fear be able at one time. Jack, it's his time. He has to reign. I'm telling you, it's his time. On top. Okay? All right. Thank you very much again. And like I said to you, thank you for your comments. And I take them to heart because I love you. All right. Let's move on. Let's go on. And I have a very capable team that check me. Because you know what? If you don't check me, I won't excel. Yes. You could see that my video style changed all the way last year. And that is making me put up a style. So my team, thank you for also bringing comments and, correcting me of the things I should take serious and things I should, pretend I didn't hear. I love you, Charlie. Thank you. Nakupo enshiramo umpejamo. Namo one tafo. Why? All right, let's go on. All right, so we are going to watch a short video and then we are going to go to newspaper review. I'm going to cut it very short because we are almost late. So I'm going to cut it very, very short.
Good afternoon. Midindi Daniel Siru alias Egdi Dondo. Na asimbi by about JB Dankwa in the case no. Na ɛwɔ mu sɛ Ghana mani na ɛnim sɛ megye to mu sɛ ɛyɛ me na meyɛ na mehyɛ da kɔ hɔ sɛ mekɔwie adeɛ ɛna ɛba ne saa ba ne nyinaa no ɛnyɛ nokorɛ mada adwene ho hu sɛ no deɛ meyɛ no mekeep it for me and me side a it will waste against me ɛno abɛsa ko atia me nti me nokorɛ bi a ɛwɔ mu no ɛsɛ sɛ mede ɛdi ɛkyerɛ ɔman Ghana na mede bisadeɛ bɛsrɛ ɔmanpanyin John Mahama ɛne n'asefo nyinara me entro a metimi twa gu ɔmo so sɛ ɔmo no mo soma me sɛ menkɔyɛ saa deɛ no ɛnyɛ saa na ɛteɛ asɛm ne nyinaa ne sɛ ɛyɛ a mewɔ ɛyɛ on the 4th February on the 5th February ɛwɔ Madina mewɔ hɔ no mo na alote ɛyɛ informant ni ɔwɔ Jamestown Clubhouse like ɔma yɛ adwuma tumi ma yɛ guns ne nyama ne akɔ akɔwia nyama ne ayɛ yɛde aba tɔno no ma yɛ saa option nti mewɔ hɔ no mo ɛyɛ on the 5th February no na ɔbɛfrɛ me ɛyɛ 2015 ɔbɛfrɛ me na ɔka kyerɛ me sɛ nti adwuma bi aba wo na mebɔ mbɔde yɛ a no ho bɛtɔ no mesom so me ho bɛyɛ den ɛbɛtɔ me na deɛ mepɛ bia no ani amount a mepɛ bia ɔmo de bɛma me na meso yo nti na ama m'ani agye ɛna ɔka kyerɛ me sɛ okay mentena ne kaa no mu na yɛbɛkɔ akɔmiti nkurɔfo bi wɔ Adenta o branch for right side a near the filling station ko wɔ nim kakra hotel bi wɔ hɔ aseɛ no I'd say sports mena wɔ nti yɛkɔɔ no me ne tena ka no mekɔɔ no mekɔtoo mpanyinfoɔ mmienu bi wɔ hɔ mekɔɔ no na ɔmo kyia me na me so mekyia mo na ɔmo bisa me sɛ frɛ me sɛ na me so yɛfrɛ me Daniel Resido na ɔma me tena hɔ na ɔmo bɔ ɔmo din kyerɛ me me da me tie no nipa baako ɔhyɛ fugu a ɔsɛ yɛfrɛ no Kennedy Japan ɛna baako so ɔsɛ yɛfrɛ no Mr. Ofori ɛndeɛ matumi hu ne full name ɔsɛ Mr. Ofori ɛne alote no nti ɛtena no ɔmo ka kyerɛ me sɛ minim adoko nti a meba ha na me so alote aka kyerɛ me na ɔsɛ okay my ready sɛ meyɛ na me so I'm ready for anything na ɔsɛ yo nti me ɔmo bisa me sɛ ɔmo ka kyerɛ me sɛ nipa ɔde adwuma no ma ɔmo sɛ mfa mbra ɛyɛ Nana Adodankwa na ɔno no wayɛ busy ɛyɛ campaign nti ɔde for ɔmo mo so ɛyɛ Kennedy Japan na Mr. Ofori no so sɛ ɔmo fa ɛsɛ adwuma wei mbrɛ me na msi yo mate na ɔmo hwehwɛ nipa koro betimi ayɛ adwuma no nti me na ɔmo hu sɛ metimi ayɛ nti ɔmo de brɛ me na ma nipa na ɔba bɛdi position of JB Dankwa no ɔno so ɛka ho na ɔde sa information na ɛde ma me sɛ okay sɛ nipa wei no ɔmayɛ ɔma ho aboaboa sɛ metimi yɛ adwuma na dia mepɛ bia no ɔmo de bɛma me na msi yo mate nti Mr. Kennedy Japan de ɔhyɛ fugu no oyi envelope white bi efi ne fugu no mu ene picture ene nyama kakra bi ede ma me senti ɔkyerɛ me papa ne picture ene baby a papa no ete ni na msio to de ma me na ɔkyerɛ me senti me nkɔ sisi a na on the 6th no de mbɛkɔ baby na msio mate nti ɔmo ma meti ase sɛ papa no ɔmo kunu ɛwɔ sunsun dada na so owu a ɛbɛyɛ obia suspect sɛ ɔmo no ma yɛden ɛyɛ MPP party na yɛden ayɛ ne saa nti ɔmo mpɛ sɛ obia bɛhu ne saa nti ɔmo pɛ sɛ mekɔ na me kunu wɔ physical a ɔmo kyimi a ma me wɔre ma me ngye ntum sɛ me na meyɛ na nipa bi seesei na ɛsoma me sɛ menyɛ ɛyɛ NDC party ɔmo ma me bɔ aso MP na ɔyɛ Sorogo edin ɛma me bɔ Mr. Awayomi ɛne some MP bi din a ɔyɛ NDC ɔyɛ NDC or fighting for JB Dankwa position no ɔyɛ NDC no ɔma me bɔ ne din ka ɛma me bɔ Mr. Smith William Smith so ɛyɛ den ɛka ho Emmanuel Smith ɛka ho na me sio mate nti me kɔ on the 6th February no na ɔmbɛfa me ahomakye me ne Mr. Kennedy Japan ɛne Mr. Ofori ɛne alote no to ɔmo de ɔmo de me kɔ ritual bi mu sɛ baby a me kɔ no ɔhɔ no security tight nti ɔmo de me kɔ yɛ kɔ ritual ne sɛ like me ne bibi ɔmo ma me kɔ no oluma bi na yɛ kɔto no wɔ hɔ ɔma me aduro bi me ne yɛ sɛ me wura hɔ a obi eni hɔ bɛhu me fie hɔ sɛ me kɔ obi eni hɔ bɛhu me mɛyɛ biribiara wie akɔ obi ani hɔ ɔbɛyɛ den ɔbɛhu me ba sɛ ɔmɔkye me a ɔmbɛkye me na ɔmɔkye me a membɔ sa nnipa sɛ mesi sɛ din na ɔmɔtumi de gyina so ayɛ den ɛwie ne ɔmɔlɛhye na mesuo mate na biribiara wie a ɔmbɛma me de amepɛ bia na mesuo mate megye to mu ɛyɛ de a ɔmo sɛ menyɛ nyɛma ɔmo promise me nyinaa no envelope na ɔde ma me 2000 Ghana cedis ɛna ɛwɔ mu na maa mede totɔ me ho nyɛma kakra bi a mede bɛyɛ den ɛde bɛkɔ akɔyɛ sɛ adwuma no ɔmaa me sekan tuntum bi ka ho na mekɔɔ okay mekɔyɛ biribi awie no nti me ankasa me ne alote no na ɛbaeɛ na ɔsa ma ɔmo sa bɛkyee me ɛwɔ kɔnkɔm a ɔsɛ nti o me na mayɛ seesei nti me nso mekɔɔ megye to mu sɛ ampa me na meyɛ na nipa sɛ mesisei na ɛyɛ den ɛsomaa me nti mewɔ remind yi adwene ho a nyama bi ha me mebaa prison ha no me custody no rich wɔ hɔ na yɛkɔɛ no spirit ne hante me mayɛ m'adwene sɛ I forgive and forget everything that I'm going on mede me ho ama nyame but nyama bi ɛha me na mentimi nda nnwumere bibi pursue me sɛ I should speak the truth and let the secret no to happen secret wei so nananom mpanyifo ndcfoɔ mpanyifo mede akotoɔ ne serɛ ɛpam atwɔw momfa me bɔ ne nkyɛme ɛne deɛ meyɛɛ ɛnyɛ mepɛ sɛ mɛyɛ mepam atwɔw paa momfa me bɔ ne nkyɛme mesrɛ bɔ ne fakyɛ momfa me bɔ ne nkyɛme ade ne ha me sɛ menka nokorɛ nti me nokora meka ne nwie asɛm a me review very huge asɛm a dangerous sɛ MPP for no te a I will never live in this world again mepam atwɔw momfa me bɔ ne nkyɛme mede saa secret message yi ɛde ma ndisifoɔ mpanyinfoɔ mesrɛ mo meyi me nsa afiri mu na deɛ ha me sɛ menka me nokora ɛno na ma meka nti mesrɛ mo a mepam atwɔw momfa me bɔ ne nkyɛme na asɛm a meka yi menim sɛ mewɔ danger na mehyerɛw momfa me bɔ ne nkyɛme momfa me bɔ ne nkyɛme meda mo ase sɛ moatie me bye bye papa nko ohyɛm wɔ na kaki soja kaki na mehyɛ nti sikan no ɔde me kɔsi ne pick up white one no ɔde me ekosi ɛwɔ papa ne fie hɔ because yɛ twam afa security for ni na no mo nim sɛ because of no nti obi ntimi engina car no ne ekosi wɔ papa ne fie n'anim hɔ nti fie no no osi mi nti me na mehyɛ soja nika ɛne top brown na sikan ne hyɛ me kaki in side pocket na security ni bi ma me wem no me pap 2 main gate na me first step no the step ni dynamo step no kef to me focus ro no na ma me share mo another room hɔ no me bisa ne senti mfa na papa no na o chere me say another room no bi dan ma me no so da hɔ ai sɛ wakɔ adwuma ba no abrɛ na scan bag ni sisi hɔ scan bag ni sisi hɔ no wagya ne phone no ato ne mpa no so on do mo ka kyerɛ me sɛ ma me first ka bia me first written pay phone no na msi yo nti me wura dan mu no ma me ne bi dan no me wura mu no me sɛ papa no hu me na me yem hye no no start with am sɛ then na me pɛ wana so ma me na me ma ne then no o me nka no yɛ den o ma me ska na msi no obi an so ma me no ne nkwa na me pɛ no so ya ɔhɔ na no yɛ de ɔyɛ so rahye me na me yɛ den oso me se no oso me mu no oso a oso me mu wɔ ne nsan mfimfin me so me struggle say me use kan no e wo me side pocket me yi no na etwa me na send picture na mo sisi a etwa me nsa no to ho na me de sika no nse say na wache me o che me wo ne because of me nim eko share onu nenim akwa ti say ye be ya atentam no yes to say no also me nim nti me force no me yi sika no fi me side pocket me bie na etwa me nsa nti ne mfi na me nya first tino ojane sabakum no so ne fin na msade wo ne kon ne kon left right side or right side or the right side on na menya kwan ebe gina ne chi na me so ne kon just kana to so ne kon emia ya nti moja ne etene na oye mre na otena ewo ne mpane ni mo ne mpane ni na otena afom na otu wana suma menjeno hwana suma me menje no na obema me sika me hwe sika me fa den na me pe me mboa no menje no na hona na me hu se no security for no mo papa n'anim ho no no opposite n'anim of full tinted glass company no hu sa manfo ginagina ho hwe ko se no no me struggle na edede ti me bie window na hwe se obi ehu mi ana hu sa manfo ginagina ho na me sa pie me sa wura me tu am say the way no window no tent wo ti me sa tu tent ni na me ko gina baby ane pa no na me bie dan no baby ama me ne fa me bie na bisa ma me say fa na me fa sisi a infa na me fa bia manfo gina ye window na no hwe me infa na me fa sisi a na o ka che o che me say no me ni kwan pa o no na atade na o de da no kwan fa so a moja ne ye na atade me nim so ko dem ho no ko twe papa na kwan fa so me dem nim nti me huri na me ye den o kire me say window na opposite to the soldier man room na me huri si yo na me fa pa o nti me nante ye kodu hyiahye na me frɛ Kennedy say me wie o no so okay ono anka say tu ni ka na ba hwɛ that is it no atu ni ka no ba ne pick up white na o de me si wo ho na so no ne first person o ba ho so be kasa me boa on frɛ me na me ka nche no ono ne first minister o hu se papa na ewu no ba ho so ono o ka che me sent evidence exhibit na mafa no ti me ntwan ye be chi me omo chi me a hono mo na me on baby sam se hwan na suma me na me so me mbɔ ntwe me se sisi na suma me sem ni na no ti me twa picture no aka ho ama me da se papa.
All right, guys, I've been listening to this and I'm going to do a short analysis as if I'm an investigator on this case. And we're going to talk about this briefly. So stay put and don't go far away. After I do my newspaper review, I'm going to ask some questions pertaining to this case, this particular case, as if I'm an integrator and I'm interrogating this young man or bringing your mind to something and how possibly this case could be solved. So please stay put and we're going to ask some questions and we're going to talk about a few things. All right, thank you very much. Let me give you a short break and I will definitely come back with a newspaper review. Quick.
Hello, my name is Kevin Taylor, host of With All Due Respect and founder of Loud Silence Media. For the past several years, Loud Silence Media has thrived on the support of our viewers both home and abroad. Your dedication through views, shares, comments, and discussion on social media and Loud Silence TV has made us revolutionize news media in Ghana and enlightened our brothers and sisters both home and abroad. Now, we ask you, our cherished viewers, to take your support one step further through what we call the Loud Silence TV $1 donation. Yes, the Loud Silence TV $1 donation will help sustain Loud Silence TV's continuous production across the world. To donate from America, Europe, or Asia on PayPal, just search for @KTWADR, @KTWADR, which stands for Kevin Taylor With All Due Respect. This is our official PayPal account. The link will be shared on our social media pages and on loudsilencenews.com. For those who are wishing to donate from Ghana and the rest of Africa, a separate payment platform will be available soon. With your $1 donation, Loud Silence TV will continue to fight for the ordinary Ghanaian, expose corruption, and shine a light on the darkest corners of our communities. As we all know, we are all messengers without the Bible or Quran, messengers who are ready to speak truth to power. Let's keep Loud Silence TV alive.
remand wishes to confirm the sad news of the death of the Buapa North Member of Parliament, Honorable Joseph Wachi Dankwa Edi. At about 1:25 a.m., a distress call was placed to the police concerning the unfortunate incident, and the police quickly proceeded to the scene. On arrival, the police found the victim in a pool of blood and rushed him to the police hospital, but was pronounced dead on arrival. His body has since been deposited at the police hospital morgue awaiting autopsy. Police preliminary investigations. Police preliminary investigations indicate that the victim suffered multiple stab wounds from his attacker or attackers, which led to his death. The police is saddened by the incident, and as I speak to you now, a high team of police investigators comprising of crime scene analysts and homicide experts are presently at the scene for crime scene reconstruction and gathering of forensic evidence. For effective and efficient investigation, the residence of the deceased Member of Parliament has been recorded. Meanwhile, 5 persons comprising 2 females and 3 males have been arrested for interrogation. The police hereby wish to solicit the cooperation and support of the general public in order to get to the bottom of this unfortunate incident as soon as possible, to volunteer credible information to the police, to enable the police to unravel the mystery surrounding the death of the NPP lawmaker.
All right, thank you very much, and God bless you. As we continue, let's do the newspaper review, and then we'll be back near Twaso. Let me shut up. All right. All right. So, the polls. See, the NDC has problems with the judiciary. John Mahama, former President John Mahama, has called for urgent reform in the judiciary arm of government. I think this is in a good direction. They may not agree to that. Even the judiciary knows there should be a reform, and that is where they are afraid. Yes, that is where they are afraid, because if Mahama comes in 2024, you and I know there's going to be a reform. There is going to be a reform, big time, and it's going to be a big problem, because these people are sitting down there doing corrupt things, very, very bad stuff, and they know they are hurting the country. They are doing it on behalf of Akufo-Addo, and Akufo-Addo is the chief, in this kind of things that are going on, because everything that will happen, they will tell you, if you like, go to the Supreme Court. Why? Because they have people packed at the Supreme Court that will speak on their behalf, and that is where I get scared. Trump put a lot of Supreme Court judges in the Supreme Court. Listen to me very carefully. When his case came in, the Supreme Court stood against his lies, and they rejected everything that they put out there. And that's what Mahama is trying to say to them, that you are a Supreme Court justice. It's for life. Nobody is going to hurt you. Nobody's going to harm you. You're already there. Give your justice and just let it be. But no, loyalty must kick in here. And that is the problem of our new Chief Justice. and our president. Okay? So Mahama is in the right direction of saying what is said, and it's a good thing. All right, you have lifted restrictions on COVID. Do same for accountability of your government. Aduji Tamaklo to Akufo-Addo. Okay, that is a very big hit. Akufo-Addo cannot, and you see this ban lifting that he did. The only thing I can say that makes sense to me, and the only way he did that was because he heard, he knew there was report of people going to picket at the airport, people going to do demonstrations at the airport, and that was the reason why he did this. If not so, I'm asking that $150 put on foreigners coming into the country and $50 put on Ghanaian citizens going into Ghana. My question is that what is the difference, the PCR test or the antigen test that Akufo-Addo does at the airport? What is the difference between the one that is given to the foreigner and the one given to the Ghanaian? I'm asking the question. Why? For what reason? Why? Why must one pay $150 and the test is not any different from what the other people are getting, which are the Ghanaian citizens? To me, say, I didn't answer any womb. Na emponu sasikano a himfa and a sasikano echo. Where are those monies? Up to now, as I tell you, Akufo-Addo cannot tell us or account for that money. Don't forget, the Turkish are running our airports. Don't forget that. I stand corrected. A while ago, the airport was given to some Turkish people to run our airports. So they are running our airport unless it's wrong. So I'm asking a question. Why should foreigners, again, manage our airports? I'm asking. And now, do you know that when you are coming from Ghana, traveling to any other country, I mean, exiting from Ghana, do you know that your luggages that you are carrying, when they exceed the amount of, weight you must have, do you know that they charge you in dollars? Do you know that? They charge you in dollars. If you don't have a dollar, they will give you the dollar equivalent for you to pay in cedis. I'm asking, since when did our country get that bad? Who is doing this? Is it the Turkish people running our airport that are making their own measures the way they want it? Because they will calculate for you and tell you this is the dollar equivalent, $200. They can charge you as much as 1,000 plus, as per what I've heard with my ears. Mate, bebre ekoso ewo Ghana ho. Bebre ekoso. Na me kasa kire immigration form pedifo a mohwe me. Mohwe mu hu yie. Na mohwe mu suba bone no, mohwe ni yie. Na mre bi ba moto ebedadi. Ese bone a mudi wo Ghana airport ho. Mosesa sebe amanfo mba abegu airport a unya siya na ya atako to say and once na omehu bini sebe boys are war and girls are war omo atako said ye wo share bini because they want money from you. And after all your check out, your COVID test and everything and your runabout and everything, when you reach the door and you're about to exit, here are customs. Open your bag. Let's search your bag. Let's see what's in your bag. Why? In what purpose? That pain and the crewy, ASA. Muye wenyi na matrase na light off abakutuka. It's sad. It's very, very sad. All right. Grace Boafo said, I paid $200 in excess baggage in October. I said, I'm making I don't lie. And my boss, Kevin Taylor, I work with, on Dintro, you can't lie. You can't. And I won't sit here and just try and lie. And for what? For what reason? Your airport, your post offices, your freight, companies, our Ghana. And kwasiasam near Jimmy Sama, womudi or Ghana hono. Then if you want Ghana to be peaceful, I want to about Ghana. When you reform judiciary, the next thing you have to reform is our airport, our freight companies, our post offices. You need to reform that place. It's as bad as hell. Because Obroni utumi box kakase. Now what ship it if you Ghana. Wo ship it Ghana no, you charge you on weight. You charge you in kwasia weight. Now what you in kwasia sika. No what you in kwasia receipt. Near mailing in kwasia mailing. Near the bar broche ha. Now Bronina, yes sorry as you Jimmy no. No I got tam sa box no. No the city came. Untiashio. Untiashin. Now or the city came and nam kan and money kan no the see the post office ayimu. Now or the best see would anim. No askani no jawa no ko. Mwa what Ghana. Mutu mi nya de papa emabukuru. Sisie na mo sisi amanfo e wo Ghana. Mekai 2018 because Ghana me shipe niama e de ko Ghana because do once the shipe sade me na abreme me do wono na me niama no me niama no ya bi niama no so say ya yibio say ya yibio I don't know but ya bi niama so and they charge me based on what was in the box. Is that right? Is it right? I'm asking. You the freight guy. I was so charge me no. Maybe so. Wo. Dear na wo ye. Ewo. You know. Nyama de buy no. It is play mu na de buy. Maybe so. Dear na wo ye wo ho. Bitua ewo America ha. E na de bre me. Na wow e be kan wo sa no. E de benti na ubie me nyama so. Na wo chicha me nyama. Wo fa me nyama ni bi. You still. And this is what is going on in Ghana. Ghana is very bad. The president, very corrupt. Judiciary, very nasty. Very crabological, crabological. I don't know what I want to say. Is it crabological, system being going on over there? It will be catch up. Ghana, no, but BSA reform, no. Judiciary first. I will say, your mom, camera. And something to check, or give them a lie detector every year, twice a year, lie detector, because judges and justices can't lie the way they do. Obina Ekano, she paid $200. Why? Ade, $80 will chrome her. Now we are na unim. Trinye me hill. Wamaji wo SS ne wie no. SS ne wie no. Bag na wo de SS ne gu no. Wo bo bese yi bie free so. Omache wo SS ne wie no. America ha SS. Uche wo SS a $150. Je wo bia say mudro set say say den. They don't care. But in Ghana, your SS has to amount to your 50 kilos or 25 kilos or whatever. See, now nyamala uwie no. Now say the coffee. Ghana. Why? Kofon kwasia for President Jimmy for asabi onim nyasa what tone kuro ama foreigners China for Russia Russia China for Sankofo ya mu wane the airport and again sold our country. I haven't abandoned the economy. Baumia responds to critics. When him say efunu. You haven't abandoned it. And even if you haven't abandoned it, what are you doing? What did you do? Useless man. The most useless vice president ever. One no propaganda hunu and I'm sorry away. And then what's over there? Who ba be kasa on the 7th? Who be kasa oh. Say at say mo be say ube didi mahamatem. Nka ube nu hu. Ukwa sia nu jimi na wo so abuo bi batasa wo. Ube didi mahamatem. Brabe didi mahamatem. Aye, because you have nothing to offer. Nkwasiasem, nkwasiakeka, ejimisem, but you know, you talk too much to the extent that your brain refuses to act on what you say. Why do you know? Ashi. And this is my point. People who talk too much refuse to be able to follow up on what they say because they talk too much. The people who talk less are the people who are able to perform because they think, they don't speak, they act. What I say? That's what it is. It's a part of whatever is going on. And so, yeah, try a very possible say. You be boy human day. Na Ghana no, be a Ghana ne air kono, air chiade kono, will turn it into the right place. And this is what we are all looking for. And this is what we want for our country. So, Baumia, my point here is that even if you have not abandoned the economy, we know you are not in charge. You are not in charge. Because all this, you know, beautiful words you speak and all that, and this jargons you spread around and all that, all did not amount to anything. We can see that now you have become vice president. You know why? Because all you do is you talk, and that's it. All right, let's do the next one. This is very short. Oforiatta measures to address economic challenges are nothing new, not the answer. Kwesi Pratt. So Oforiatta's measures to address economic challenges are nothing new, not the answer. Kwesi Pratt. Ena Ebomodiana Wajabe Efeni say how do you call it Oforiatta, because it seems like he doesn't know exactly what he is doing. Yes, he doesn't know exactly what he is doing, and that is sad. Okay, so let's move on and let's see how we can still make time. A former UN advisor backs Mahama's call for judicial reform. So it's good. Judicial reform is very good, but it has to come from the Chief Justice. Yes, he himself, he needs purge. He needs to be purged. And in fact, the judiciary needs to be purged. Have you seen the movie Purged? The 1 and 2, have you seen it? It needs to be purged. Papa Ntube Ebeboydwa Papa Emagana. Court dismisses Sosu's motion for interlocutory injunction against IGP. So basically, what it's saying is that Sosu has put in an interlocutory injunction against IGP, and you know, court dismissed it because interlocutory is, you know, some kind of questions that is given to somebody to answer in advance before getting to the court. And so I've told you, this our country, our judiciary, I mean, our justices has used this interlocutory against Ghanaians. And we need to be very careful about this. If there's nothing to hide, interlocutories is not a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. If you have done your job right, and you're doing the right things, when they ask you to present an interlocutory, that is your answers you are going to give to the court. You are only going to be confirmed by sitting in the box. But if you are not, allowed to answer to interlocutors, it means that there's something hidden somewhere, because the interlocutory or whoever the interlocutory is against is at risk of questioning on same interlocutory given to him. Because the questions now, okay, no, but you be a question be a be factory na ama wa committee ho a wa hwe ya wa swear oath and you be call jail if you're not careful. And me, I know, as far as I seen our, presidential, how do you call it, court case, they used that against the NDC big time. Never allowed Jean Mensah to come to answer on the interlocutors, and it played a very good role in the end. So interlocutors are very, very important. Yes. So it's very important. So that's what it is. All right. So let's go back. TUC minority unhappy over 15 pesos reduction in fuel prices. Okay. So Pope, Putin and Ukraine in crisis. UN special reporter on human rights calls Israel an apartheid state. Oh wow, where is this coming from? This is serious. This is very serious. This is very, very, very serious. So it is what it is. So Yegusua Yekoyanim, and see, this is what it is. So TC4 minority are happy. 15 pesos reduction. Why? Why should minority be unhappy? I mean, insight. And Costa Sembioha. Okay. The question is, why is the minority unhappy over 15 pesos reduction in fuel? Wouldn't they also buy fuel? So what are you talking about? Then I will can. Why should TUC be so angry over 15 pesos, reduction in gas? No. Why? They'll buy cheaper fuel and they can be able to work hard. So if somebody comes that they are unhappy, then it means that they want, as a per se, and these are certainly not the people who should be looking at this. So I think this is just a propaganda, paid for. So I'm not happy about that. So look at Ekufado. Look at Ekufado. Or Petumi, entino. She seen a buying a num, she the jeans or she Ekufado jeans or she. And now who Ekufado say, or she be say, she the jeans or she. Now she seen a buying a num, then a ketchup matenting, sabi, or the baby di, se bayiro, se banchu, se debea, a chegumuno. Bibisa, what is it? Look at him. He do anything to fool Ghanaians. He will do everything to fool Ghanaians. Now, yes, in the Yehu say yes, they do more than no. Do best in propaganda and denying the people and always trying to fool the people with his words and everything that he does. And Tekufado, the Jumano, or better gas, maybe use petrol, maybe use live and or can say producing a jebe and I'll protect the the public pairs and all that. Makokra, what you be? This picture is to just inform you, how cunning a snake a Akufo-Addo is. And cunning. So they can tell a friend, snake and sons. Akufo-Addo is very cunning, and this is the way he acts. So, Obi Biara, Akwawe, and the Baby Biano. There's a reason for what and why he's doing that. All right, so police harassed me sexually while investigating JB Dankwa Edu's death. Widow. All right. So police harassed me sexually. Hey. So police harassed me sexually while investigating JB Dankwa's Edu's death. Widow. So this is the point. So why should the police harass JB Dankwa's wife sexually while investigating JB's death? So as they go in, they go investigation. No ko In fact, this is a big disgrace. Big disgrace. Big disgrace. And this came out February 9th, 2019, 10:33 p.m. This woman said this. Now, Mivia, Maya analysis kitwebi, I was adi wo ama wahwe. Mepacho mama likes no enkosro. Na mama dia na mama love no so enkosro. Eboa ema obi foforo enya video no etumi share. Okay, thank you very much. Into my likes no and fly enkosro. But that's it. So police ni kokoye investigation no sabi oba owa hrohuom oba ne kunu awu ena mokope no akowe no. Already no, the case that happened no, JB Dankwa's wife is fingered, and I can tell you, every murder case, the spouse is the first suspect. No matter what you do, it may not be you, but I'm telling you, you are the first suspect. You need to be investigated. You need to be investigated. First time, aggressively, not sexually. Everybody's spouse is the chief suspect, no matter what. So I broche ne kunu kuno, so I broche ne kunu yireo. But she must be invited back to the land to be investigated and asked questions, no matter what you think. So, in the first place, JB's wife is number one suspect in this case. So, the sexual favors that they were seeking from her, was it to avert, or was it to just destroy evidence, or was it to do what? That's a question for you to answer later. And I'm going to bring in ASP Nettie. We're going to discuss this. Yes, together. So I'm going to come back on this one. All right. Russia-Ukraine conflict. Cocoa Board tells cocoa farmers to rely on poultry manure due to fertilizer shortage. Yeah, Momo, Ghanaians, we are very sad. Very, very sad. And I'm asking a question. To Ghana, yen to me, and fertilizer, our Ghana. abra chemicals ebu e wo wiasem ha ye to me nkra chemicals mbagana na emfa nye fertilizer no emfa makuafo on our own to make fertilizer cheaper. Few years ago there was a man that came and laid an allegation on a Greek minister that he was going to do a manure, manufacture a manure or a fertilizer in Ghana, and they didn't allow him because he said that there were going to be another production of fertilizer in Ghana, and he pushed his away. And yet to now, there's no fertilizer for cocoa farmers. And now, they catch them say, depending on how do you call it, manure. Poultry manure. Poultry manure. Though, and you see a good. But we have not used that for cocoa. We have used that to do our plant. Our cabbages, our all that. We have done that. So why is it that today we are telling our cocoa farmers this? Incompetence. Fuel hike. Countryman Sonko abandons his SUV for Aboboya. Oh, what's that? We dear a gimmick we can or more, but I know grabbing fanya some cracker. Okay. Do for meet GT Accra executives. Next stop, Volta and Ashanti region. Okay. Do for. I'm still telling you this. And I want to say this to you emphatically. You won't go anywhere. Don't destroy your money. Don't spoil. Make it not spoil your money. You will not go anywhere. It is not your time. Yes, it's not your time. Therefore, it's not your time. Local government minister Dan Boche impressed with Kumasi compost recycling plant. Zipline has made over 4 million medical deliveries since 2019. Bahumia. Zipline has made over 4 million medical deliveries since 2019. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. Vanessa, Hawaii. Or truthful. Vanessa. All right. So, are you sure these measures will fit? Fuel price 15 pesos cut, 30% pay cut. Discretionary spending 10% cut. Really? Otivida, Otishi, Azan sa, Egupado. Oh, Azahine. All right, we're almost done. All right, so this is a project wholly initiated by President Nana Akufo-Addo Dankwa and completed by him after the huge borrowing in Tamale. Nobody will challenge him over this during commissioning on his birthday. However, please, this is no interchange as being alleged to shore up his ego. This is a flyover. Oh God. Now me boss ka. See, this is a snake road, snake path, and I'm sure, sir, and that in chrono, a good left and right, risky, but be any ho, and yadi a quino, I shall move fifi, and you know, Nani will say, it's a kabi munia, a baba bo obidaso. This is the work Akufo-Addo has done, that he is showing to the world that he has done. That is so good. I don't worry myself. My boss has spoken too much about that. I don't waste my time. Mobile money merchant shot in the head by robbers at Sola. Wow. It's getting dangerous. Country is not safe. Wild rumors on Kandapa. Mufa rumors rembra. Then kusita. Was anger over stickers, sickle cell economic analysis. Electrochem project at Ada is a master stroke. $266,000 abortions recorded in Ghana in 4 years. 266,000. It's sad. It's sad. It is what it is. All right, so this is the end of the newspaper review. Now let's go to our analysis, and then we'll see how far we're gonna go. All right, let me give you a very short break, and let's move on and do what we have to do.
Now, one of the accused persons standing trial for the murder of the late NPP MP for the Iboako North constituency, Daniel Esiedu, has told the court he was contracted by some persons within the New Patriotic Party to kill the legislator. Opting to confess to the district court, Daniel Esiedu said he was rather asked to accuse the NDC for the act. Here's a report by court correspondent Kofi Tenam.
Teary-eyed, Daniel Esiedu raised his hands in the courtroom, signaling the magistrate he has something to say. To be clear, the magistrate wanted to know what exactly he wanted to do and whether he was going to confess, complain of conditions in the prison, or anything. Daniel Esiedu, the prime suspect, said he was contracted by the New Patriotic Party to kill the Member of Parliament for the Iboako North constituency, J.B. Dankwa-Edu. According to him, he was asked to do this with the promise that he will be freed when the MPP returns to power, a promise that has not been fulfilled, and he thinks he has suffered enough and needs to expose those behind his action. He threatened to name the individuals. The magistrate, Eritin Simo, told him the matter is at the committal stage and will have to eventually travel to the High Court when a prima facie case is established, so he should not expect to be released after confessing. The second accused person, Vincent Bosu, for his part told the court he did not know anything about the case. He has a child to take care of, and the situation he finds himself has put him in a fix, coupled with his family rejecting him. The late J.B. Dankwa-Edu was stabbed to death on February 9, 2016 at his Shiashu residence in Accra. Daniel Esiedu, who is the prime suspect, was arrested 2 days after the incident. Vincent Bosu was also arrested later in connection with the killing. The case has been adjourned to July 26.
Let's just stay a bit further on this particular story. And Martin Pebo is a private legal practitioner. He joins me in studio for a discussion on this. Thank you so much, Mr. Gordon, for your time this evening. Now, this has only created a fertile ground for a lot of speculation, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, there is something to be said for that viewpoint, yes. But ultimately, what it is that that statement by itself is not sufficient for the court to convict him. In actual fact, you see, where they appear, that's a district court, it doesn't have jurisdiction to do the trial. So the trial itself will take place in the High Court. However, before they get to the High Court, it is the law that the district magistrate in due course
would have to look at, assess the evidence that the AG has gathered, the evidence the AG intends to use to prosecute him, in order to see if indeed there is any link to the accused persons. So that is what they call the committal hearing. So when that is done, then we'll have the trial in the High Court. So the point is this: if on the day of the actual committal hearing, after the judge has assessed the evidence and thinks that there is a case, that the case should go to the High Court, it's within Asiedu's right to inform the judge. In matter of fact, it's the judge who threw an invitation to him that does he want to say anything.
Right.
That's after he's looked at the evidence. The judge will ask him, does he want to say anything?
And this is at the High Court?
No, in the district court. So at that point, if he wants to say he's guilty, okay, that's the confession as you're talking about, it's open to him to inform the judge. Then the judge will actually write it down and add it to the bill of indictment, and the order the judge will make that he should stand trial in the High Court. So you see, so after what I'm at pains to point out is that there is a day where the actual hearing will be done. You see, he's been going to court for about 3 years now.
Yes.
Each day they go, that's not the committal proceedings. No, that's not. The actual committal proceedings will be conducted when the AG has closed the investigation and is ready, not just closing, compiles the bill of indictment. When we say bill of indictment, it just means generally the evidence that the Attorney General intends to rely on in the High Court. So they make photocopies, okay? There's the pathologist report, the witness statements, the accused's own statement, and any other evidence. So generally, and also if there's any murder weapon, any other like we call real evidence, that pieces of material.
It's traveled for 3 years. What exactly does this particular statement mean for the case up until this point?
Yeah, so then a number of things. One, if so far, you see, just I'm guilty alone, it doesn't take the case any further as such, but rather he would have to give them, he would have to tell the prosecution, he would have to give them further details, so that what I see is that practically when he gives further details about how he committed it, then the prosecution can compare with the evidence they have gathered, whether it tallies. So it will be good. If it doesn't tally, then they may then go and use the information he has given them to gather more evidence and add. So that's how it is.
In the pronouncements of this particular person, there's been some inconsistencies in his pronouncements in the past. So if he comes back and says, okay, I said this, that I'm accusing the MPP, but then the next time he says, well, what I said is not true, then what happens? Is he has the right to change his mind?
Oh, definitely. Yes.
And so what can the court do?
No,
in such instances where in the court of public opinion, we would feed into such information already put out.
Yes. So what I mean is collateral damage. Yes, very bad, especially knowing. I mean, we all know the institutions is mentioning. That's not very good, especially for our body politic. It's so sad. But in law, generally, the accused has that right to change his statement, and generally, he's given so much of a latitude in putting up a defense. Sometimes even outright lies. If that's his defense, the court will look at it and will reject it. So mentioning the names of parties and the rest. For now it appears as collateral damage, but if the prosecution go into the statement, as I stated, that statement by itself will not carry the case that far, but maybe he can give further details.
Fantastic. So the burden of proof lies with him.
Well, for now, yes, if you put it that way.
Thank you so much.
Sure. You're welcome.
Very much. He's a legal practitioner.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go to our topic of the day. All right, so my topic for the day is we won, he lost. Why? I showed you a lot of videos of inconsistencies of Kennedy Ejapon. I catch them. Videos are being children inconsistencies be inconsistencies a dozen. One can Japan will come and say, Kevin tell what Jimmy Pa. Oh, sorry, I will say, men my way, boys be person bukume. And mammy catch a Kevin tell us a winimua. And all these things that are happening. I showed you a video of Ameswale of somebody who saw him being slayed. I showed you that. There's a way they can do to find out who killed Ahmed Swale. But it is not being done the way it's supposed to be. But anyway, why Keneja Japan lost his case? Japan has not gone to court to go and win a case before. Every court case he goes to, he loses. Even his own case that he felt that he had the strength, the merit to take to court, and umponu olusu. A day and the man olusu ye. Number one, power. Tie. Number one, power. What and why did Kevin Taylor sit quietly to watch this man after beating him? Kennedy Japan loves power. He forgot that he is not in Ghana. That's number one. Number two, people pushed him. Sue him, sue him, sue him, sue him, hey, sue him. And it got into his head. It got into his head. And he thought that just the fact that somebody will slander you or say something about you or say something that it may not be accurate or somebody repeating something or an evidence being physical on social media means that you are culpable and you are bad. Please, if you have anybody to go and sue, please, the first person you have to sue is the one that mentioned your name. And the police that is stalking and not bringing evidence to show people. Say, well, you know, yeah, better no. What I say? But then you think that we are MP. Now we MP now we know who was sika bo dam. Sika bon dam no. Office America ha and kwasia judges for the tia oh. And you know, it got into his head. People said things to him. And no, you know, one thing I do believe is that I know that they knew that they did not have a case. They just wanted to waste time. They waste Kevin's time. I know that for a fact. Almost wasting the time. A man is sweaty, a body cut. Because I can also tell you, maybe the money that he even took to do the filing was not money that was from his own pocket. This could have been monies given to him just by this corrupt government, Akufo-Addo, and the chief of staff, okay, the chief of thief, to come and disrupt Kevin Taylor of the work he's doing. Just as they gave Adjosafo 120,000 to come and vote. That itself is a crime. To give people money to come and vote, it's a crime. She's already been paid for every month to be in parliament. And if she's not being in parliament, it's a corrupt crime to, in the first place, give somebody money and come and spill it in public. And it's also an insult to come and tell us you gave Adjosafo $120,000 to come and vote and took a private jet to go and bring Adjosafo from America to come to Ghana and come and vote. Is this the same thing we saw in the 2020 elections where they paid so much money to people to break, the results, to overturn the results? Is it the same thing they did, in the judicial the Supreme Court? Is it the same thing they did? Because we see Akufo-Addo is a person that has a nitty-gritty, nit-witted mind of doing things. Not Drino, I say, onya de pano, eto onim say, obe corrupt system no they move on. Do you think that, do you not know, do you feel that this is the same thing that they did when we had a Supreme Court case over our election petition? Because no could be any babia and throw kwa and Akufo-Addo or the Yejuma. I can tell you the fact the way of my bribe no Kennedy Japan sika de buy say oba no obe sue Kevin Taylor no enye na dwene o enkrofo na pia no na obetena se kan kwase asem say ono no obe hire the most expensive lawyer in America and came to Bronx and came and picked up a very cheap lawyer that doesn't even have a website. Which I say, this is my problem. You say this and you do this. Me wasika, may I say, look, this you tell the judiciary in Ghana and the journalists in Ghana say, America, and you usika, and I'm not saying that there's no corruption in America. There's corruption everywhere. Don't get me wrong. There's corruption everywhere. But I'm saying, America, most of the judges know the truth and the system is watching them and they cannot misbehave. Your career will end if you misjudge. There was a judge in a court. A judge used her position to help his brother to become a guard in the court. When they found out, they stripped her of being a judge. They even stripped her of even being a lawyer. They stripped her of her certificates. They stripped her, to practice law ever. And also, they put her in jail. She faced the due process in the law. And they stripped her of everything. And they threw her in jail. Just for using her position to help his brother become a worker. Not that, he did something, he killed somebody, or stole money, or did something wrong. Just bringing his brother on board the court in which she was working, stripped a judge who has worked years of being a judge, stripped of being a lawyer, stripped and took all her certificates and put her in court and throw her in jail. You want to say you should be very free America. We learn everything for Americans. Yet, we don't want to learn their justice system. We can go and bring a black locks dictionary. Come and judge a case that has evidence on the ground. Everything showing criminality going on in our voting system. Yet, a Ghanaian justice, was able to come and get a black laws dictionary. A black law dictionary that Americans has even thrown aside to run a case in Ghana. Maybe so. How can our country progress with such things? And then you blame the people. Fix yourself. We say fix the country. You say fix yourself. Because you see yourself as perfect. Nothing. You don't see yourself as all the mistakes coming from your dirty self. Now, so Kevin Taylor, being a very simple young man, very sharp brain, intelligent, smart. In case you don't know, I'm telling you, and he make a show, many did cover, but he never made any statement on this court case. Anything from when I had to hear about it too. Never, no statement to me. Na kwasi biti baby no obey video no accuse judge because that's what we do better. Yesua de yesua nyasa we be trouble so many years and you dare tell a judge that he took bribe. Do you know what it is and how it is like to say that to a judge in this country? Charlie, and you misdemeanor, and a felony. Why? Because no crow near torturing. Because ye kasa adrina ye jumano ashe. Etino, we are seeing the repercussion of the bad mind our parents put in our head. And then they high. So it is what it is. And these are the reasons that led Kevin Taylor to win this case. Because at the end, you're bolding. Kevin Taylor won't come out and just come and make a wild allegation that, oh yes, we suspect Kenya Japan of this murder and all that. I played a video and I'm going to play that video again. So you listen to the keys in this interview that this guy did. It's me, yeah. I can't watch the match. But some video no, I'm about to na my analysis no. Na fe wo so bi wadwene na fe say die na ekọ ewo omanga na mu ana. Okay. So let me play that video for you to hear. Now, before I finish, nyema we bi na ma Kevin Taylor e win this case no. Like I say, case no. Omu waste your time kora. And kwasia case. That's a bienim. And when a big SRT, you know, you should TV so, me who amount for be, no more tigo, no more year a friend say, na amount for sending audio. And this is our MPP ignorant people, the ignorant people in MPP who affiliate themselves to MPP by language and by, tribe. And Honorable Kennedy, yadi ya pewasem, Honorable Kennedy, ya do, aklawe, wasewudi, wajimi pa, sunu, na jini hunye menyina, no biaba, Uraka Japan, so when su, abrante ya, yebedi huya pa, no biaba, Uraka Kennedy, udi ya pewasem, uya adie, ukano kure, unukure die, enuti ya tawe chinu, sunu maye, no biaba, Ora Kennedy, odie, yenyawa. Ora Kennedy, odie, sunu maye, be sunu, yetawachi, ejimifo, kwa, enkwasiafo, buku kra, de, kra, to be kind. And to onim nyansa, when you want to take somebody to court, you have to analyze your case to see if you're going to waste your money. Count the cost in your room before you go out. If it's not worth it, cut it out. Bullshit it. Because when you go wasi, and untina, and another capital like I say, and Kofua, or journalists in Ghana, and can say, they are not, because it's about Kenya Japan, and they are afraid. So we are looking. What I say, some people make statements. They can't say anything because at Tiafa Omoso, I deal more especially say and to Kevin Taylor no, and to Kevin Taylor Nintino, Aji woman some. They have to say something anyway because they can't say nothing at all. But the way bloggers and kwasia bloggers be, more brochire, a bit more Ghana. Now omo come wasem no, they did not come to say the same thing. Because they are also damn ignorant and they are also affiliated to MPP by language and by tribe. So that the brain is corrupted. And I'm telling you, in America, it's about the law. It's not about your status, your personality, the job you do, and how powerful you are. This happens only in few circumstances. All right, let me give you a short break and I'll come and do my analysis right away.
Hello, my name is Kevin Taylor, host of With All Due Respect and founder of Loud Silence Media. For the past several years, Loud Silence Media has thrived on the support of our viewers both home and abroad. Your dedication through views, shares, comments, and discussion on social media and Loud Silence TV has made us revolutionize news media in Ghana and enlightened our brothers and sisters both home and abroad. Now, we ask you, our cherished viewers, to take your support one step further through what we call the Loud Silence TV $1 donation. Yes, the Loud Silence TV $1 donation will help sustain Loud Silence TV's continuous production across the world. To donate from America, Europe, or Asia on PayPal, just search for @KTWADR, @KTWADR, which stands for Kevin Taylor With All Due Respect. This is our official PayPal account. The link will be shared on our social media pages and on loudsilencenews.com. For those who are wishing to donate from Ghana and the rest of Africa, a separate payment platform will be available soon. With your $1 donation, Loud Silence TV will continue to fight for the ordinary Ghanaian, expose corruption, and shine a light on the darkest corners of our communities. As we all know, we are all messengers, messengers without the Bible or Quran, messengers who are ready to speak truth to power. Let's keep Loud Silence TV alive.
Security, no, doesn't bother on only a friend saying South Africa issue. JB, whoa, you know, no, yeah, about security. And then you can't, maybe I'm into a web Nazi. Is it part of it? We're home member of parliament than them. We are going to see East Airport, East Legon Police for Kwana my good statement. Was started about names. Quickly, hey, National Headquarters, Mumpa case, I'm transferring her. Who case? Near Skaka, the Mko National Headquarters. Well, it will change.
It's not automatic. I mean,
your
final conclusion.
I'm telling you,
case,
my share, CCTV camera. I'm telling you this. I'm not going to say, what are you people doing? Can all come address say, oh, in a Chinese portion now, I'm going to karate. Black. Obi CCTV camera channel. Car be bar, white car, except from K45 Ultima. You know, is the a president and you're popular. The other they know. At that time, no, boy, in the bar, no corner, so I can't be sure. And you have all this evidence, you are sitting there. I'm saying, what are you guys doing? Don't try to play politics in this hole. If the person involved is MPP or NDC, you're manifesting, you know. Because as I one day we go here,
but it's a serious issue.
I'm telling you,
it's serious, very serious.
Oh, me man, no, be
serious allegation.
And I'm a me who I swear Almighty God, I've watched it, and people are sitting there. Uko dibila, unde tell you the car, the owner. Makajo busa what the I'm on their way.
Actually, cannot.
Security, no, it's not doesn't bother on only.
Samate, welcome back to the analysis of JB Dakwa's death. I better try a possible best say, better run it out quick on this one. First of all, first of all, Ebuakwa North MP, ni wuno statement about the first things that they look. They say the first question maybe say, how was Sexy Don Don arrested? Number one question, how was Sexy Don Don arrested? Number two, who as dumb will contract Sexy Don Don, a dumb, assassin? Who will do that? All right. There was money in the house of JB. Where did JB bring those monies from? I want to know. Where was JB the whole day, 3 days, 1 week? Where was JB? Let's narrow it down from 1 week. 3 days. 3 days. they must track JB's movements, where he was, where he went, who he was with, the very night that he was murdered, his whole day itinerary. They can find that on his phone. Do you know how they arrested Sexy Dondon? Sexy Dondon was arrested by the iPhone of JB Dankwa. He took the iPhone of JB Dankwa. That's how come he was tracked and he was arrested. So I'm asking a question. Can you not track where JB was 3 days before he was murdered? The money the boy said was in JB's house. And he made a statement also, say, Sikame Bedesuwe, fa, and I see before it looks like they knew, the people that met him knew there was money in the house. How did they find out that there's money in the house? So the young man, Sex Dondo, should not take any money from the house. Where was JB Dankwa coming from? Where did he bring the money from? Where did he get that money? In bags. Where did he get that money from? Where was JB from? Who gave him that money? Did the money come from the bank or it came from somebody else? I heard, allegedly, that Akufo-Addo had to give JB about $5 million. It's allegedly. It's alleged. I don't know. Could that money have been a part payment of money given to him by Akufo-Addo? Or was he with Akufo-Addo? Talking about poisoning. Number one, if JB Dankwa was poisoned, by what? Why is it that his autopsy report missing? Why? What are they hiding? JB Dankwa bears the name of the president. Dankwa, 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 Dankwa. Family. Eti, as a president of Ghana, or family, a member of parliament of Ebuakwa North, a member of parliament from Ebuakwa North, very close to the president. Why has up to date the president not come out to say something about that death? Why has the president not pushed IGP, pushed the CID, pushed investigators, pushed all these forensics analysts to bring out the truth, to find out who killed his family, his brother, his cousin, or whatsoever? Why? What is the limitation of the president pushing the people to bring out who killed JB Dankwa? You get what I'm saying? Why? Okay. Do you know that if the police could track JB's phone, they can track and know where JB was 3 days before he was murdered? Do you know they can pull a call log of his phone of people he has called? And you know what? In some senses, they can even find out numbers, names of people he's been talking to 3 days before he was murdered. Do you know they can use GPS to track where JB had gone 3 days before he was murdered? The time he came home and everything. Why is that analysis not out? Have you asked yourself that? Ajay. Now, I want to ask you another question. Kenny Japan is not a CID. Neither is he a police officer. Neither is he BNI. neither is it national security. Why was Kennedy one of the very first people to go to the place when J.B. Dankwa died? But who gave him the information? Who called him and told him? We want to know. Who gave Kennedy Japan the call? According to this young man, he said, I called Kennedy Japan and told him I am done with the job they gave me. And Kennedy said, I am going to check. And he drove his car and he went to the crime scene to go and check. He entered the premises, brought out some analysis himself. What was he doing over there? Why? I saw a lot of MPs that were in the location. Now, let me show you a video that shows you the police is not sensitive about their job. Let me show you a video right quick. Look at this.
The somber scene of pain and sadness. In front of the house, a canopy is erected to host close relatives and Muslim clerics who offered prayers for the deceased.
This is a wrong video. This one. Now, I want to do this analysis towards this video. You see the ladder over there. There is a ladder over there. She ladder na wo ho no. Eho na abrante no efro e de call them ho. But I'm asking, me pacho usi dan ya baby a wo da no. Senye dan ya wo fom a. Don't do this. Don't do this. This is wrong. When you are building a house, think security. Think security. Do you know that the place all these guys are standing, do you know that they will contaminate evidences? Do you know that? Do you know that it's a crime scene and all these people are not supposed to be there? And people keep on walking through the place. And this is the same place the criminal walked through. So it's a criminal scene, it's a crime scene. Why should they allow people, even the police officer standing over there, should wear stuff on his boots to not contaminate the grounds? From the gate where they assume he passed all the way to the ladder, holding that ladder is an evidence in court. That ladder must be brought to court. You understand me? So these people are standing over there and somebody is sitting over there crying and all that. Look at the window. Look at the window. The window over there. Please, number one, let me tell you something. You can see that he had no burglary over there. We are not saying that barricade yourself in your own house, but we are saying there's a possible stealing and thievery or murder that could happen to your life if you are a public figure. I'm saying make it hard for the thief, the criminal, the murderer to murder you. Make it very, very hard. So you can see that the thing is open, it's easy. These sliding windows are very vulnerable. But when you have a sliding window, please, your whatever, how do you call that one? Your burglary that you put up, your curtain, your blinds, it's even security. Your blinds is even security. Your curtains is even security. After whatever you put before or after your burglary, to you is a security, because that is a sign of somebody trying to get in. Eti enukwa no e security the man. So I think JB himself was not cautious of security around himself. My window that I will put up after my burglary, Jack, my main car semicho, that is hard enough to at least withhold or, less the pressure of a projectile. I'm using the word projectile. When I use the word projectile, I mean a bullet. And window na nkasa no pono after we burglary no nyama nyina wo air condition bibia wo fear mesraw me pa wo chaw pe metal, hard metal, whoa, foldable hinges one fifi for bako board on say open from my we a few we are no board no we be say wo beda na no so da hatia na what tum say what tum na no polaka tum obi gina bonten otumi by inside mom breaking burglary mom breaking glass mo nye de obeye bia the last protection that you have is those metal things. You find yourself to be caged by the security. Though it may not be, I don't know how to put it. I mean, an AK-47 projectile must pass through it. But I'm telling you, it will not get to you the hard way you're supposed to get it. So, JB was not in the first place security conscious. No, he was not. Okay? Sab adena da hono kurano. Dangerous. Dangerous. Anyway, let's move on to the video. Look at that. Look at it. Look at all these people. What? For what? Look at senior police officers standing over there. Not even, look at Osaf Mafo, already in black. Osaf Mafo, why is he wearing black in the first place? I'm just asking. Why is Osaf Mafo wearing black? All these MPs were there. Why is Osaf Mafo wearing black when he went there? Can you ask him some questions for me? Was he mourning somebody? Look at all this. The party rebel from gate now. Everything say. Footprints. Sometimes you can get dead skin cells. Sometimes you can get dead skin cells on the ground.
There's somebody who went out, came around 12. From what the security man is saying, the incident happened between.
Yes. So, this is what it is. And this is a question. Now, in question, there was also a car. It's a K45. It's an Ultima. K45. Please, who is that car for? Is the police saying that they don't know who that car is for? It's very easy to find out. Even a very common person who actually is not a police officer can find out easily who that K45 belongs to. Who was it registered under? When did not register? It's a question you must ask yourself. And people are saying that somebody dropped off that young man to go and do that murder. That is why, in your vicinities, please do yourself some favor. Put cameras everywhere. Tell your neighbors, put cameras down. Put one facing my house. I'll put one facing your house. Just in case. Well, we need to use common sense. Mu neighborhood. Let's say mu sika wo neighborhood. And I'm sika krada. Cameras are worth your point one to your neighbor. Let your neighbor also point one to your house, to your gate. Just in case. It's sad. So the K45, the ladder, why did the guy put it there? He climbed that place. And I feel, I'm not concluding, but the young man said he met the wife of JB and asked her where JB is. And the wife is also, accusing police of sexually abusing her when investigations was going on. What the hell is going on? Who was sexually abusing the widow? Who sexually abused the widow? Which police officer sexually abused the widow? It's a question we need to find out and ask questions, because that's very, very wrong. And I ask a question. If I want somebody to do a hit job for me, I will certainly not, contract Sexy Dondon, because he's not smart enough. He's not smart enough. No, he's not. So let's ask a question. Why did they employ a dumb young man to do that job? Why? Is it because they want somebody caught? Because they know he was dumb, and they put him in there because they knew he would be arrested? And if you want to kill somebody professionally, why don't you find yourself a very professional hitman that will do the job clean, no evidence, leave the premises without evidence, no traces? So what was in the mind of the contractor to the contractee? What was his motive? Have you asked the question? Then any motive, because me I need a professional. Yes, and certainly I'm not a hitman, but if I really am contracted to do that hit job, trust me, you will not find my hair, one hair of me drop on that premises. No. So those questions are supposed to be asked as well, because then the killer or the contractor had a motive for sending such a dumb person. And that's what we have to ask, the reason why you send a dumb person. You tell him there's money, don't take some. Huh? And then you tell him he will be arrested and you're going to help him. And he went and took JB's phone. Are you dumb? That's an evidence against you. And I asked that question, where was the bags of money from? Is it from Akufo-Addo? I don't know. Because I heard allegedly that he owed him money. And there was a little fracas between the two of them. How true it is, I don't know. But it's alleged. All right. Now, who took the video of that young man in the prison? Who took that video? I'm just asking. Who took that video? Why? And the trust I said, I'm just asking. Who was it? Who was it? I guess we'll find out later. The wife of JB was fingered in this video. The wife of JB was fingered in this video. why was she fingered in this video? Why was she fingered in this video? Did she see the young man? Has she met the young man before? When JB was struggling for his life, where was she? How did that young man find where the ladder was? If you are a kind of person that leave tools outside your house, trust me, it can be used against you. If you leave tools, garden tools, machete, garden forks, garden shovels, hand shovels, and picking knives, if you leave those things outside your house, I can tell you it makes criminals easy to get tools to get to you quicker. And it's going to be very painful if your own tool that you have purchased to do work in your yard is used as a murder weapon. Guess what? It's also going to be very, very, very difficult to find the murder if the weapon is from your own house. All right. I don't know, man. Do you think JB's wife had a hand in it? And I'm asking again, what killed this man? That East Legon MP, what killed him? How did he die? And I was a West Wogon. How did that MP also die? I just want to ask. I don't know. How did he die? What killed him? Is it also a murder or what? I don't know. All right. So let me make a call quickly and then I'm going to open the phone lines. Let me call somebody. Mami Frobi, na me share. Se menya no na mene no edi nkomo shortly on this issue a ehia me pa me frɛ he na ma interview no kitu bi 2 minutes na me wi a me bie phone line no me bie phone line no na ya hwɛ sɛ ye betumi edi nkomo kakra bi a na ya. Hello
sir.
ASP, I salute.
I take answer.
Please, I want to take 5 minutes of your time. 5 minutes.
No problem, my brother.
Good. So, I hope you are following this JB videos that I played. Did you follow it?
Yes, I followed everything.
What is your take as a retired investigator and a detective? What do you think?
Okay. Most of the time, an accused person is making confession. Mm-hmm. We don't entirely just take the confession and end it there, mm-hmm. because a confession can heed people who are collaborators in the crime or accessories in the crime. When we talk of accessories, we are talking about all the people who helped from the beginning, from the beginning to the end. So we have accessory before the fact. We have principal in the first degree, principal in the second degree, and then accessory after the fact. Okay. So don't worry.
ASP, hold on. ASP, hold on.
Yes,
you see, this is pure professional analysis from a retired ASP, frankly. So be wasu ye, ASP because
And say you will be accessory before the factor. According to boy no confession, no, or say, microphobia no baby. And now I'm deep picture and any be trained and say, yeah, dear, we my. So those people can be described as accessory before the fact.
That's right.
Now, on one casano, you be described as principal in the first degree. Then, or alleged say, Mamino Buano, ama we hum be papa no edan wo say ampa. Then the woman is principal in the first degree. Second degree, principal in the second degree.
Yes.
And then no one or see obisu kosino nipa na okosino ewo ho and so now for a crime no so is accessory is also an accessory or principal in the second degree as well. Okay. And then no wa friend nipa no so on befa no nipa no so befa no they are all collaborators now. Se obi owa or a confession on person or deep will be able to Jerry John Rollins, excuse me to say. I am the one who did leave my men to go. So
that's right. That's right.
So obi or obey a confession. So confession you will not be able to get all the people involved.
That's right.
And the Yembra case so one. We cannot say that what this boy is saying is not true. We cannot wash it away at all. Because if fingerprints and everything has shown on the scene that he is the one, and clearly the one as the man. That's right. Number one. First, almost say name bomb crofobidi and a bomb if they come to power, they will help me. I see them who say power number here or help me. I'll tell the truth. A criminal is always allowed to change the statement when you want to charge him.
That's right.
And just take it for instance. See, I'm taking a statement, which is preliminary investigative statement. So every time the charging or so no, the law requires that you take a charge statement, which is different from the investigation statement you take, which is caution statement, earlier caution statement. And it's the second one, Mama or see the Niamika di Kayano, and Yampa. Niamba the Cassiano, and a Yampa. We, anyway, in a man to me and kind of kind. You have to write whatever he says. And to me, in all these cases, what Seven Dondom is saying, we cannot wash it away. Now, videos now will show Kennedy Japan, you will see that the man has convicted himself because Kennedy Japan is not my enemy. I don't know him anywhere, but if you listen him talk, he mentioned Bobby. I don't know how Kennedy Japan can just wake up and say, I know the one who killed JB Dankwa. He's called Ansuji Abo. Today, it's no more Santudogbe. It's no more the people that Seven Dondom has called.
Can I make a correction? That Ansuji Abo was a murder mentioned by Ken Japan in Ahmed Swale's case, not JB Dankwa.
Okay. Yeah. So now the question I'm asking is, what is the distance from Kennedy Japan's house to JB's house? Because in the investigation, all that I have gotten, he was the first MP to get there, even before the police. I want to know what is the distance from his house to JB's house.
That's right.
And then where did he got the information from? That made him that the people thought that he should be there first before the police. Is his presence there not to deface some kind of evidence? In what law in Ghana is it that when an MP is called, the first person that should be called to go there should be an MP? So we have a lot of questions. We have a lot of questions to answer.
Yes.
A lot of questions to answer. So for me, if you ask me, so far, I would say that it is said that when people are mourning too much about somebody's death, then they are guilty of something.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? When somebody is crying too loud than the one who is being mourned. Right now, I heard a certain man even in your video showing that, and I've seen a picture of, they have seen a car's number, and that the car belongs to somebody. So all these things must be put together and evidence drawn from it. Those that are charged are removed, and then we go ahead with the investigation. If you have more questions, I'm ready to listen to you. But my analysis so far will not make sexy dum-dums this thing just a wash away. In fact, they are strong evidence, they are strong statements that the police have to consider. And I always call on IGP Dampare on your medium. IGP Dampare is a very educated man, even though I know practically, he knows no practical police work. But when it comes to things in in economic and financial planning for police, I know he is a tax doctor or account doctor. He should every day Kennedy Japan accuse him that he knows everything about this case. And I think, yes, you cannot be a judge in your own case. So he should hand over the case to his immediate commissioners to look into the matter. Because Kennedy Japan is calling on him to come and exonerate him. We want to hear that. I'm using your medium as a retired assistant superintendent of police whom he knows very well that we are appealing. For him to clear his name, he should hand over the case to his immediate commissioners so that they will go into the matter and exonerate him and Kennedy Japan, or put the two together, incriminate the two together.
But ASP, my question is that in such a murder case, with all the facts on the table, when there's the accomplice, whoever committed the murder, has confessed, why is autopsy report missing? Because we know that the man was stabbed. So autopsy report should tell us the man was stabbed. Was there something else they're hiding, and the reason why autopsy report is missing? I never heard of this before.
Okay. Let me tell you something. You see, one, for the missing, it might be due to negligence from the doctor. The doctor must be held for that. That is negligence on his part, because no matter how you put things on your laptop or whatever, you can even keep some, you can print some and put them for reasons we know. Why you don't keep all your things on USB alone or on your phone alone. You need to keep it everywhere. This is a very important document. So that negligence will not go unpunished. Now, I want to tell you something. You can stab someone, but the person might not die of the stabbing. I'm giving you an example. Whenever people have accidents and they die, you will go to do postmortem, and the result will be that the person died of shock. Even though the person's head is crushed too, the whole head is crushed. But the autopsy result will tell you that the person died of shock. It means that during the accident, nipa no mu accident no ba no, we would have that crash no ebe.
That's right. That's right.
And in stabbing him, one, maybe the doctor sees that there is other things, but he's crying aloud that is die out of stabbing. Now, if they stab somebody, there should be a blood flow into the person's tummy, which we call internal bleeding. So, yes, a lot of people have been stabbed in Ghana and they are alive. Okay? I have a policewoman who was stabbed by the girlfriend several times. The policewoman is alive. So you can't, why didn't she die? She didn't get internal bleeding. So tell us that, yes, there was stabbing, the person had had internal bleeding and the person died because even he was rushed to the hospital before he died in the hospital or died on the way of before they reported at the hospital. So the doctor is having something to hide. Otherwise, as such a very important document, you cannot come and tell the whole world that it's missing. It's shameful. Even me, no matter how reckless I am, I cannot keep that document on one place and then say that I went for a course outside and everything jammed. That doctor must be held. He is an accomplice.
Yep.
An accomplice because he might have been giving money to do that, to say that, and that nobody can do anything to him because those in power have power to protect him. Otherwise, it's a shame, and I know all doctors listening to me now will know that it's a shame on that that pathologist to come and say that this thing that I have done on JB is missing. It's a shame, my brother. So as I was saying, he crying aloud. The only thing he can cry, the only thing he can cry aloud about. We all know that JB has been stabbed. So he stabbed him, but that is not enough. What was the result of the stabbing? He should let us know. Otherwise, what you are suspecting, I'm also suspecting the same thing.
Because what I'm thinking is that if it's just stabbing that he died of, then it's stabbing. But we know he was stabbed by a criminal. Yes. But my honorable senior ASP.
Yes, sir.
Autopsy report don't get lost just like that. It doesn't. Does it happen anywhere?
Yeah, Special Agent Griganori, let me address you. That is what I'm telling you. That you said I'm the only one who can mention the name. Yes,
that's right. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for the honor. You see, on a serious note, I am telling you that this doctor is a disgraced doctor. You see, it's not every doctor that performs autopsy. We have pathologists, and I know in this case that man is a specialist, so he's a pathologist. Now, this case has been in court, and though the trial hasn't begun yet because of, bill of indictment has not been prepared from the magistrate court, and therefore, but it is good for him, immediately he finished this report, he should hand over a copy to the investigators. You understand? The moment you have finished your autopsy, even, do you know what? Normally, when you are a police officer who is investigating this case, you will be present when the autopsy is done. So now we first have verbal autopsy report, which we normally receive. It's written, but because it's not printed, we call it verbal report. That will be on your docket before you wait for the printed one and signed from the doctor. So if this doctor is saying that he hasn't given the police the verbal report, which is the initial report, before transferring it into a typed piece, then the doctor has something to answer to Ghanaians, especially those who are interested in knowing the cause of the death of Honorable J.B. Dankwa.
So, Honorable, my very last but one question. How long does it usually take a bail of indictment in a murder case? Or in any case?
Bill of indictment should not take any court more than 6 months to do. More than 6 months to do. The reason why I'm saying this is that, time has come where the courts are overloaded with cases. So they have this kind of allotment of cases within 3 months and so on. So for 3 years now, I think this guy's case should have been transferred to the High Court, which has jurisdiction over this case. But why it is delaying up to this time, my brother, I can't tell. But it shouldn't be more than... I'm being factual. I'm being factual. You see, the people who should be interested in J.B. Dankwa's case is the MPP people.
That's right.
They should be interested. And for 5 years, they are they are in charge, and for 5 years they have not been able to pressurize the court for the court to produce to do this bill of indictment so that the trial will begin, because they know that where the case will land is going to be. But I pray they protect Sesi Dondon so that he doesn't die, because I know in the next 2 years there will be change of government and someone will come and expedite action on this matter. Whether there will be, even if they need be that we should assume the body and redo the autopsy, it will be done.
That's right. So honestly, I for me, I am disappointed in the turnout. That's what I'm saying. The judiciary needs, a purge, just like Mahama said, because this is very important. This is very serious. And once there is, okay, go ahead.
Yes, the call that the judiciary should be paid is very important. And let me give you 1 minute of a scenario. I was a prosecutor in a court in Asamankesi that was 2010 to 2012 as chief inspector then. And there was this driver who had accident and is alleged to have run over someone. So I charged him with four offenses. He was driving without license, without valid license. The license was expired. Then 2 people were in the car, including the one who died. So careless and inconsiderate driving were 3 other charges. So making 4 counts of charges. Now, the very day we got to court, he admitted, because I had a copy of the license, that as for the license, it was expired. So already they found him guilty on the first count. Now, there were lawyers who were in the court who advised him that he should not accept the fact that he was guilty on the other 3 counts, because the punishment is very hefty, so that he could take a lawyer. So I agreed, and the court agreed, and he took a lawyer. The case went for 2 years. Different judges came and so on. This family came to me several times with money. I ignored them. I know they saw the lawyer. Do you know at the end of the 2 years when the judge was pronouncing judgment, do you know what happened? He was acquitting and discharging him of all the offenses, including the one that his predecessor found him guilty on. Then I raised my hand in the court. Then I told
Which is the expired driver's license?
Of course. So even if after the trial you think that the 3 counts, 2, 3, and 4, he is acquitted, what about the one that he was found guilty on? So I draw his attention and I said, Your Honor, if you go into your records, he was charged with 4 counts. On the first count, he pleaded guilty on the same day that I brought him to court. Then after the trial, now you are finding him not guilty for all the 2, 3, and 4 counts. So are you telling me that he should go home scot-free for driving with expired license? Then the man went to the doctor and said, Oh, Franklin, you have reminded me. So what do you want me to do? I said, My Lord, I'm not the one going to dictate to you. So finally, he fined him some small amount of money. I went home that day, I couldn't sleep, and I said, judiciary in Ghana is a problem. So your call is very important. It's true.
That's right.
Many of our magistrates and our citizens just face their stomach. They are not honorable. I am praying the new magistrate that has been sworn in recently. Please, you are young men. Be faithful in your judgment. Be truthful in your judgment. Because one day, if there is God somewhere, He will ask you. If there is God somewhere, He will ask you your judgment.
Inspector, my bro Ranka say ASP. Special detective.
Yes.
Masisa. ASP 1. That's it. That's it. Oh, that's it. Ebekasa after this. Thank you very much.
Bye.
All right. I open a phone call for only 2 calls, and I'm going to just end this because I have overstayed. It's 9 o'clock, and that's not fair to my boss. So let me take 2 calls, and let me get out of here so that he can also rest himself. Phone calls are open, just 2. I'm just doing only two calls. All right. Yeah, some more. Who na money?
Captain New York.
Filer. But 1 minute, pe. 1 minute, me show. Okay.
Na empeja onyo kasentu nkoma ya nedebia usoro mbaji mapana ya maigana nkonani ibon kai we ma okura na wi na mita musu aye mame na sampa bo we nka we yere wo mba wa busiafo ene wa dwuma fo nyina na ya kupon shira ne baba ka bintela kupon yanu kasentu ni nkom enfoma ya nedebia usoro mbaji mapana ya maigana nkonani sampa bo we nka ne yere ne mba na busiafo nyina because mun ni wa ye ni ho na kula san ewa Ghana na kwa na mi kan chamu no mu mbaya lam silence mbaya mi papa kebi mbaya mi papa saforo mbaya na lam silence mbaya anka na kula san ka Ghana yo wuni na kula da anka yewu anka kufa da ni MPP be kuye sa because muna ma ba na kula no abedadi muna ma ba ya ti ga iya wo ko kuje bi dan kwaya saka ne da Japan ni na nado na suna na anka mu man ba anka wenyi na yanti Canada Japan ko di judges are for stupid mun ni wa anka yanti wewu na yaka Canada Japan mo muku amesware we mun ni wa anka yewu na yaka manasa azuri ya tata no ni na mun ni wa anka yewu na yaka 52.5 billion Ghana cedis ayira ya no account anka lab silent amba anka Ghana for yanti da 1.8 billion Ghana cedis aton so mo ayira ya hunu akamu la silent amba anka Ghana for yetida amma fube $2 billion comedy area way amu che $1 billion anka munnu anka nnum se
Fala.
$1 billion no mudi maaye
2 minutes bejao bedasi
anti mi wie no
wawie
mama baba Ghana ebe yama baba so wanka America wana sisi NDC ya sana waba Ghana midawasi unya kuponya ajuma
Michelle Captain Captain say
Nyame adumo na nso e
boko
me mo aiko ayi and then the program now, one man crop, you listeners have read here. Or you remember what you best goes to me, Kevin say, amount at least 15-20 minutes now. You answer, Unia by Enukomoko or Bekauma.
Or something free, I check again.
Everything, Metia on a Metia ASP. Now, winning. And the program is centered on JB Dankwa Edu. Now, what's the chronological events as narrated by Sexy Dondon? You can see, say, this thing was planned. It was well planned. Sexy Dondon see, or to one allocated the cash and say, or Jume Bimano, because that guy has been giving them some criminal activities are more undertaking. And as far as criminal na efreno alotenu, because they had already promised Sexy Don say, only the uncle this happening on the Ebechino, near China. Esther said they will use that to campaign to win power. No, when they come, they will free him. And it was that same Alote who led the arrest of Sexy Don after the Sexy Don phone come and repair now. And also the pictures, come friends, authorities, Fast forward. Now, Doctor now all can say autopsy report no Irano. Utie ASP Fiatinge press conference no year after the death of JB Danko Eduna. Or can say the body has been deposited at the police morgue. Meboa. And when you say police if also on BBI regimental, Dr. B.I. has finally said take charge of this case, Whatever finding you make, you forward it to your superior. Yes. So it cannot be said, Dr. Naye, autopsy, Aqua Germany, and Roberts, Abbey, and a laptop, so that ends it. No. It can't happen. They can't tell this story too. They think we are stupid. So I think it is in the police service, in the army, in the military, everything is systematic. You report to the hierarchy of command is there. So they cannot use that kind of flimsy excuse to cover up. Now, some honorable program no so can or ball can normally say a cave 45 year friend honorable Enin, no yeah, MP or Boise East. Abroad this revelation by it was pointing to Kennedy Japan. Do you know he went and campaigned against Honorable Enin, he lost his seat.
Oh wow.
He lost his seat. Honorable Enin is now an ex-member of parliament.
Now,
former MP.
Oh yeah, MPP
MPP, yes. Oh yeah, MPP.
It's you better sir.
Yes, now I know say our Alan Camp church here. And yeah. I didn't know who take a year and Sexy don't know. I say the first time OBT Kennedy Japan Osiba couldn't put the same Ofori, Mr. Ofori, no. Some can say, Omaku, Papa no kwa ususu mudada. But they just want to something to manifest in the physical realm. You know, now when him be since another than Kufu power. Wobiasi baby at to renture me say nipa wu through mass death. See what that. And I know they killed JB Dakwa for rituals. They did that for rituals. And Untina and Mguasie Eba Papa is day in, day out. We have Emma a friend is saying, Temnatroka said, take his phone, take his operating Temnatra. Is that right?
Yeah.
When him say, the parliament say, on a Kofiada of blessed memory, no, yeah, aviation minister, the parliament say, he wants to hand over the management of the Terminatory to the Turkish and a minority rising against it. So among Penema M Tom Terminatory MOB. So Parliament did not approve it. So how come the Turkish are in charge of the Terminatory? That means they have done illegality because you cannot hand over a state property to a foreigner without recourse to Parliament. And there are a whole lot of illegalities and Anchor Parliament. And Ghanaians, Ghana, you have to vote these guys out for us to undercover whatever crime they have perpetrated against this beautiful nation. Zip line, I supply 4 million medical supply in my hospital. This is blatant lies because zip line, only 3 drones in the buy, Bako crash, I got 2. 2 drone passengers I supply 4 million a year hospital. Baumia is a candidate for jail. Yes, these 3 drones, almost Ghana for $12.8 million. This drone, that money could have built a hospital, an ultra-modern hospital, but because they wanted to embezzle that money, they went and bought drones for no drones some medical supplies na they call Jubilee House and they call Baumia Fee. And your hospital is not this. Without hospital, what is the use of those drones? And not even if I'm forward to person cavity means Mr. Mr. Stay Sukakrana, I will front to me frame. That's the way.
Kasa 1 minute. Kasa 1 minute.
Make us over being count.
Kasa 1 minute.
Okay. And what your friend is saying, me draw point to be that to her. Oh dear,
me and now for points. Now for points.
Maybe got 2 points to go. I'm maybe I'm not highlight it. Yeah. You see, oh dear. Who said JB that? I know JB that question. The incident at his house. Now, all kind of wife, It is alleged say not on the normally good terms. It's like the man was planning to divorce the woman. And yes, the woman was either what should I say, bribed or something. She knows yes, per the statement of Sexy Dondono, the woman is an accomplice and must be implicated. Yes. And there was a security guy at the gate. But also Sexy don't know very well, very carefully. Also, he was taken to a shrine to be fortified. It will do but me, I know that the security man was compromised. So that guy is also a suspect. Yes, he had a security man at the gate. It was when the house said you instantly go home and you I said chronobo and I said no bata said JB Dankwa Kofi when they keep other serious measures on his security. It is based on the circumstance surrounding that area. So I say and yet crime prone area, yes. And which is idea we are simple. Sexy don't know I can say or you or this would you or flecken in the Japan can say mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. And no every call that you make, all the telcos they have their recording. And it is there forever. So it's not difficult. You only get Sexy Dondo's mobile phone number and track all the calls he made. Well, yes, which people did he call? And you can get the conversation between Sexy Dondo and Kennedy Japan. And I know, say, this case will never see the light of the day until the next government comes, because they are not going to show interest. But my worry for my own party and this is say, a brown penny that mama, president. Omokofa akwabi fi the friend is saying brown half one baby and na sorry say omekunu the guy came purposely to assassinate him in church. When the guy was arrested, this same MPP, they went and hired a lawyer for the guy. Said the guy is a lunatic, the guy is insane. They went and defended the guy. So what prevents NDC from hiring a lawyer for Sexy Dondo so that he will be given a fair hearing, so that all the secrets, all the fact of the matter will be brought to bear and the perpetrators will be brought to book. Kaforu, me that's the brave to the actually
that's it. Adole. Who fair? Who fair? Yeah. Anama, I will say good me say. Hey. Facebook. Say, hey, Papa we say who display power. Good evening, black rabbit. Who display on Facebook or just have a fellow one and would that. Hey. Are you money him? Oh, that be say pa, they no credit me. Onyame shiraw. That's it. Let me shiraw. Onyame shiraw. Asem way no. Se woka. Se one phrase from the beginning no. Wow. And wo free. Asamane nyade That's right.
Beginning in a year, Akufuado 2012 election now lose because 2012 election by a say one say Akufuado winning. It is a time no not all drive ako. Osofo bi na ye che no what kind say osofo bi Canada Japan ma ne bodyguard na ye so no kun ameswali no ankrofo one a prosifo no koye mo ye police skirt ni nyina no it was pointing to Canada Japan driver bi na or ye ne bodyguard no. Every picture now, formulating was pointing to that man. Some man one coaches saw sophobia or bar out. Now all cast your friend is saying, I'm afraid you almost see what cockets here. You see now almost coaching no. Say also for na semono say ofra siena or can. Wobeka say bia your friend is say an answer but no krewo asem because one will say Ghana for bebre fi say sa atem for no they were cursed by apejafo no because of apejayine na oforiate wuye na wo mo kwachi ni twa no your friend is saying ye curse won anything that JB Dankwa didn't amount to anything and Moshe William Oforiata or no so obey ye ade or no so didn't amount for anything and a woman yinano and monyam bia ne ni wo so this also for way no he took it upon himself Mutiena semana oko foriata yire ho oforiata yire kache ni se me ya den na me no sabase this is the only thing I may sacrifice somebody from sa JB Dankwa fie ho wahu and adia no so no wakaya sa prophet ya nansia wo ye no ono so no ade the same story ne baye se ohun saade no enti no machhwehwe mu pa hu se Akufuado oje sane emanidi wahu enti na de ne ye ritual killing to say your papa yi bekasa asesi yo kan no idea because of 2012 election no because the man is you must come Akufuado kono odu apedwa Johnson no hope na barricade bi be see ho enti barricade na be see ho ne kire say boni bia na sefo no mo aye no kire wo mu gu hu wo jansa and they pacify from woman kasano that no papa na sem no kan no o se anything na 2012 election no dane de koma mahama no wahu enti no ade ne de se wo hwe the Genesis no a kosi Revelation no a bibia pointed to Akufuado. What would you mention? Every Genesis, Kosi Revelation, be appointed. And I dear no so no. CC cameras, no. Now what can be say? Neighbors, no. Papa, sa dear ye car number, no. Any neighbor, CC camera, CCTV camera, no ye. Canada Japan, your friend is saying. Anya JB Dankwa camera ni neighbor camera anya yi saka normal no sa camera no na capture time wa JB Dankwa be fie sa camera no na capture time see your friend is saying sexy dondon. Sa camera no one capture all these things. Near IGP. Media me, Master Yina de Bia me catch Ghana for say. Akufuadu Emma Obi post. Akufuadu pa Obi home. Now the position Koma Obia Endu Nebria. No, knowing Akufuadu Dimonado as he is, he's doing it for a payment.
That's right.
And it's in a Ghana, Breno. IGP, there is nothing on this earth that would tell me, say, he got that position on merit. Yes, so the man there or your dear, but it has the position, is tied down to JB Dankwa payment. It is a payment immediately. Sadam Pareno, mu praising because Dampare has been paid for all that he knows about JB Dankwa Wuono. The Ayame Yane say, yet Titio, JB Dankwa Busia for a pinamo, Munia Womudia Quaji deviate. Edi akwaji jisika di business. Mo kai wu Akufuado ne brebe so. Na mo conscience ni mo bedi ne sei. Ye nim JB Dankwa abusuafo a, wo mo di ni wo no ho di anya wo mo ho. Na nyame baka sadebi. Mo kai hu se nyame baka sadebi. Na mo ma any wasifo da bisuma wo mo because I am no make kase pa na mode aba no se mo beye ma opia mo akasa mo nim onipa wakum se nipa na mo twa mo ho na because of sikenti mo timi kwa jisika na mo nyina makaka ma no atom na mo anya mo ho se JB Dankwa tesa akukwa o twa lorry kwa mu ena ka bono ato actually nyame ne mo bedi debi because me JB Dankwa nya mi busu ani o but the way he died and the reasons behind his death, it is very painful. Obi biara onima sebi wono obi ani hono was sa owo we ode becheda ebe sika na ewo ni fie no papa de wo kan eno ano no. JB Dankwa was one of the #1 people. First, na munim said JB Dankwa di Gabiotre da kone Akufuado court because of Dankwa Institute. And no could say, apart from that, JB Dankwa sika Akufuado no dene kano. And also na could say, yenina yenimu sa dia woke kain yenim pa. Intini bisa. Ye bisa questions no say sika na brante ani so ko hu wo fie ho no say sika na free he and then all of a sudden say sika na yira wo and then na yira wo investigation nyina mu and na phone no so no wo mo share da and na catch brante no so on fa phone no ni ye na me no so ni en fa meche no wo mo share da because here one person to be against NDC for so no propaganda no woman ni me pa propaganda ni woman ni me MPP ye pese ya kai mo say ye ni mo say de bia mu kunwa mo ho ye ni mo Hawa Yakubu ye ni mu kwanya mudi kuno Mahama Adams ningina na Akufuado president ba kwa opedi nti ye ni mu ningina na ye fani sempa person ni beka say person na small can say say when the bereaved is not when a mother is me funny say the no by ye no obe so more than one ye bereaved no I was on who said bibi we Madam Suye, ye who aye and concern it aye and you aye Canada Japan the Quatna Adom FM etinchimi ye nimpa and so what Canada Japan wouldn't Madam Suwon will be because someone Casamunipa Ebeka say Otiko Jaba any Roxin Bukari Roxin Hawaii and Bukari na Bubeka say woman the cool your friend is saying all these people are don't cry for these people are don't cry for those people now, Bukri na Bubabo Wondino, woman yina near Island side, woman yina Akufuado side. It's yada Yamuwa. A Yamuwa, Maham Adams, Naya di Afako brother near Denaya, your friend is say a scapegoat. Yet the meaning Akufuado their son or tear, Opia the watchman to me quite to my own mefie, every sing that you way not semini. Obi on one casani yere, our nenenium, a quabble so many nine, or buy me to me cocoa, mamma, dear tia, wo near ye Black Cross, if free in him on a nasum, send the power, you know, what Sahano nippo would didn't you to say a bit Ghana, so better than I'm over top. You can be Ghana for. You can be Ghana for. Pepper need a young penny, and then one left. And then we should send you a Ghana. Opia, CSA, Ghana crew, ISA. Medafo, Medube see a wine, Nadia, dear, no cry, no, I can't read, no, Yamin Shroud.
I'm in shouts. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Davori. Yeah.
Yes, sir, boss.
I'm actually from Tamale. Sha some come Philippa says I Jebi Wono. Ansana Omubechi boy no. Na investigation be Trimoasa. And also who would be so as the boy Casana who said none now for that pepe. Just a pest. Now Omuko here. Bisa mami no saskri satam na mutie FM na wo na mugabi ni sa ayi da faru wi biaje tabia no okolo no ti omu bisa mami no se wukunu no oni hwan na woni mi se bia antafa na se bibi wo mu ntam ana mami ni se oni no kunu no kwa wo se wan kasa ana o si na won nim se bia sika na se bia efia na se asasi asem wo ni opintam ana mami ni se aya na kura nura na ajo ana oni no ko na na bi se ni sika bi won ho eno nti na no mo ko e mo firi ho e ba ya enche na sa asem no betu no nti wo mo bi sa asem no wo ma me ni kan sa no mo ja no ho ana mo ko na na bi fi eno de fi tale bi kura no mo do bi aje ya mo bi sa no sa no ra no o ana wutie se wo party ni NPD bibia ya no si anura na jinu kura no ba ha woni ni yira ba kia me nti ane na pa no mo ka kia me se wa wo kura na ye me nwanwa e ho no mo ja case no nti atie na boy wo mo ti boy we awo mo ana boy we asan be bo ni na ti se sika no ti no mo na asam be no kura nya asam na ko no mo si da na du pe second term ka wa o ko we na so won wi nya sa da kwa no so na wo ba gina enu ti no su ka ana ono so won pressure won nya ni sika etu no ho na adwa wi nya no ono so e de wo to aso ta ho na ma sa wi asem wi ba no na senye sa kura empinye no wo kura yi ba ile so mu yo mu tuku ma ko tuo no o ma fa ni yiro no kasa na wo ye kura no eye empty o ma fa ni yiro nso na e de na wo e de o mu akuno se mu suspect se e mi so po a se nga se mu po mu so ni yiro nso na den jo ni de mo aja na se me ti abri ti bi kwa no onyi o pia ka bo no akuno mo anka fi mu MPP ni ti o mu ni mu ni e ko
All right. Thank Thank you very much. The nurse is just too much. Okay, we're making a point. Madam, I say, Yakupo Shamo, it's about time, say, I say, upon na yakona, yashadi, Yakupo Baye, ya che, ya chum cry, baby, I want ya chum cry, quetchery, but you mean to be for calls of you. I mean to be for calls of you. 10 about 11, 12, 1, 2. It's 2 a.m. in Ghana. It's just too much. And Tino, Ochina, if possible, we will continue on this main issue and then we'll move on. Thank you, ASP Nete. Thank you very much. Detective One. And I am also a special agent, Gregonori. Unima Mekachiro. My fiancé rough. All right. Enti yakwenim yamisha mo na ochina bese hyiambium na mayayi. Yakopon hyiam mo mobile nyina bacho unsubscribe ya bacho subscribe Safari TV Africa on YouTube and on Facebook. Na Laos Alice TV and with all due respect bacho subscribe. Bacho sika ye jino ye nkodio if I go wichi bumo Mr. Benedict Ando Mr. Bomodia nafa bibi eto ema na yenkɔ anim na yentumi fentua TV no ɛno ane hia yehia hwe momo number ne 0558893032 I am Benedict Ando but bomodia na send ɛkɔ na $1 1 cedi 7 cedi 10 cedis 20 cedis 30 cedis bomodia na send nyakopon enye adom nyakopon hira mo nyina mpagya mo nyina I love you. Stay put, and I'll see you tomorrow.